Greetings and salutations, travelers. Welcome back to the Inn of Planar Crossroads, and welcome to a live game.
Live edition!
Live edition, yep.
Greg's so much more enthused than anybody else.
With bad fear and terrible rolls.
That'd be probably right.
Greg does it because he's got that magic touch.
We've gone through this. We're good.
We've actually, just so the viewers are aware,
He can't cheat if we see him.
but the rules were actually proven live earlier today. They did watch quite a number of those rolls.
There you go.
But you won't see a lot of them here today because I ain't rolling anything.
Pretty much. Let me see.
Why should I roll when you can roll?
Basically. These are my preferred characters tend to be those who have the DM roll against me.
Seems good.
Fair. So, if something happens where you see me kind of cut out, don't worry about it. That's just me trying to get all of the recordings to work at the same time. We've got the main recording going on them the whole time, so it'll be fine. Sure. Everything will work out great. Everything will be fine.
Stop jinxing it!
There we go. So,
Should have gone with the fortune hex. On camera.
on the camera. So, the first thing that we're going to try and do is announcements. To get those out of the way, and let me get right here. Our first announcement is this is a disclaimer that this is going to go under our Misadventures in the Southern Colony. So that means that there's not going to be any really crazy adult language. You have been warned. It's going to be kept at about a PG-13, a 1980s PG-13. So there we go.
Thanks, Dad! I was going to get you to say it, but I thought you'd look at me like that. So. It's important!
The Pathfather has spoken.
Pathfinder has spoken.
Uh-huh.
You didn't say that.
So, let's go ahead and get to the next announcement. Next announcement is that we have the Patreon for both Black Dragon Gaming and Inn of Planar Crossroads going. Speaking of Black Dragon Gaming, Tommy is with us. There we
We
go.
did it.
As well as one of his
I've met all of
patrons.
my international friends except for Mal and Alex.
There, yeah. So, and one of his patrons,
Yep.
Adam. So, hi, Adam. Other Adam.
Other Adam. There's two now.
There we go. And
The Pathfinder.
Fodder, the Pathfinder. He's got funner on his shirt.
The Pathfinder has spoken.
There we go.
There
It
it
is
is.
the correct English version, just everybody does it wrong, and it got accepted.
There we go.
If you look it up.
So, all that said, speaking of the Patreons, $50 a month will give away a rulebook from the Inn of Planar Crossroads. $100 a month will give away a Pathfinder 2nd Edition playtest book that's come out. We've already got it ordered, so it's already in. Our current video, like we said, is going to be Misadventures in the Southern Colony. This will be episode 11. It will be a strange episode, but it will be an episode, for sure. Next subscriber giveaway one-shot is going to be the one we're going to have at 200, so people are going to have the chance to get in on that. We've already reached our 200. If you saw the announcement video, then you have the chance to get in and see if you can make a character and lose 10. And we're going to have some developments that are leading towards something that's going to go on with the Inn of Planar Crossroads in August. So there we are. The next one after that will be at 400. When we hit 400, we will run another one-shot for the subscriber appreciation. Yeah. That's the plan. Okay, Colin was supposed to run this last one, but, you know, stuff
Oh,
happens.
now I have even more stuff up my sleeve.
Yeah, don't
No.
go falling apart on us in 400.
Yeah.
Keep it together.
Keep it together, man. Keep it together. So, and I think that's it. This month's monthly giveaway is going to be something that we pick up the con, so I cannot tell you what it is yet because I have not found it. But other than that, Tommy, do you have anything you need to announce?
I don't. Let's kill stuff.
Okay. So,
You took that very well. I'm very surprised you weren't.
no, he's all right. He's all right.
You're just here to get
Let's get down
Yeah.
to
He's the witch. Just
business
stare at me for 3 hours.
to defeat
Moon the kids.
the Huns. Did they send me daughters when I asked
sons. Alright, cut that shit.
We can't do that.
You guys can just do that now without cutting each other off.
Yep.
No latency in the real world.
No latency.
It's either that or we could do a Jackie Chan version, but I don't think any of us speak Mandarin properly.
I don't.
I don't.
It's so good when Jackie does it.
I know!
There you go, viewers, if you want to try that. But what we're going to come in on is last time when we last left Moon, he was he had come back from being involved in that skirmish, that attack, and that slaying of the Rat King, the apparently were-rat that was trying to set up his little cabal there in Crosstown. He gave them a bit of a fight, but they were able to make it. And everyone was able to make it out alive. I believe I believe Moon tried to. He was going to keep his head, but it did not turn out right because it turned out of a rat head into a human head, and then it wasn't as fun to collect. So he didn't collect it then. But otherwise, anyway, he went up with Masterson, the Shire Reef of Crosstown, and they were going to pick back up a few days after everything had started to calm down. Things had been going on. They took all the stolen stuff back up to the places that they thought it might have been going because of Masterson saying, hey, this was something that was missing, and oh, they reported that gone. So they gave all that back to its proper owners, and now we're going to kind of pick up. The night is coming, and Moon has laid down in his bed to rest. And his eyes start to close and they get heavy, and he sees the stars outside of his window. And the window gets darker, and the stars start to come out and be brighter and brighter as the clouds go away. And as that dark starts to filter in, he eases off to sleep. And his covers don't feel quite as comfortable as they used to. They don't feel quite as good as they used to. And yeah, he starts to shift and move, and he finds that feel kind of flat and cold, and he's not. Those aren't his covers. He's laying on stones. And he wakes up, or he opens his eyes, whatever it may be, and he finds himself in a very, very dark place. There's some very pale light currently coming in this area that he is in, and I will move the thing in front so that people can see kind of what it is. But there's this large. This is a prop here.
You get to see that live bird or snake that's hiding in there.
It is.
It's not.
I don't know where you're opening that.
Sees. I will put this up on the thing for the viewers. But he sees a circular area.
It's a bird.
It's a live bird.
Live bird.
It is not a bird.
Yes, it is.
Is it a plane?
It's a snake.
No, it's not.
It's a snake bird. It's a live chimera.
It's a snurk.
Okay.
It is a.
You can't work with us unprofessionals.
These 5 adults here have showed up today to deeply frustrate this 8-year-old boy.
Hey, Daddy, scoot in. We want to make sure we can see you. So, the circular area that is seen there, you are able to kind of get an idea of what you're looking at, Adonijah, Moon. And as you look around, there appears to be in this circular area, in the very center of the circular area, a depression, a spot where might have been perhaps a well or something. It's very, very dark in here, and you kind of peer over there while you're still, on your elbow, kind of lifting up, and it seems like there's this watery swirl, and there's a bunch of runes on the side of the circle, and they're broken up. And as you kind of look around, You also see several other bodies laying around. What does Moon want to do?
With our unconscious bodies and our gear. Rogue. Yeah, I know, it's us.
So, what do you want to do, Moon? Okay, you search them.
Anybody who takes my stuff, my body explodes.
Kill all of us.
So you start to look around. Everyone may make me a perception check.
Just out of curiosity, prior to how long would my character have been sleeping prior to?
He did it. He rolled a natural 20. He never does that. In Canada,
No.
in America,
Never in Canada, only America.
Land of the free!
and home of the crits. I have a 15.
15?
18.
Just out of curiosity, because that will play into an item that I have.
You have had a full rest, for whatever that means for you,
Sure.
and you've been sleeping probably. You honestly don't know how long. Mechanically, we can say it's a full rest.
Okay, because full rest for me is 2 hours.
You've been to sleep
For several full
probably-
rests.
No, I'm just because that could play an effect in terms of my consciousness at this point potentially. That's why I'm asking.
So you are probably been asleep. As far as your character would know, about 8 hours, maybe.
Okay, so
Normal sleep pattern instead of your 2.
I go invisible.
You can't go invisible yet
We have to
because
see
you have to
perception-
see the rolls.
perception for my character is a 19.
7.
7.
Hey guys, I found a
Alright.
fighter.
All right. So
I had a +4. I just happened to nat.
Fair enough.
there.
Can I just,
Oh,
You
It moved now!
cheated.
You saw it before I rolled!
So
What?
It was a 1.
It was a 16!
It was a 1.6.
Critical threat range for Gideon!
There was a period in there somewhere.
so
1.6, yeah.
you start to get up and move, and you're feeling very stiff. So you're not as quiet as you usually are, and one stirs awake right away, and then anyone that got above a 15 or above is able to kind of wake up and start to see where they are. Anyone with dark vision can see the entire circle that you see.
Who's
there?
I have low light vision.
That's who's there. He's low light vision.
So he says, "Who's there?"
Who's there? Gilderoy. What's my last name? Silversmith.
And
This very squinty, old-looking dwarf.
And I go up and look. Wait, I'm just going.
Man, I'm getting stealth checks this whole time.
I can see in the dark, little fox boy.
10.
10 plus your 10, so
20.
well, it would be a 21 now because you actually have an 11 in your stealth now.
Ha! That's not enough. Where did you go? Ah!
So
You're a rapacious little indigent.
you definitely see the little boy, and he was there, and then the little fox boy is gone. You're just gonna it disappears.
I imagine
But-
the old man yelling is not quiet, so I'm gonna just stand there. Is there any light source at all in the room? Because I have low light vision.
There's
I have
very
low light vision.
it's very, very low light. It barely qualifies as that.
Okay.
There seems to be, as you guys kind of look around, there seems to be a bit, and with him declaring something, your fighter would also wake up. Anybody else would wake up, and the place that you are now is again this circular area that has some points on it along its walls that seem to go incredibly high and block out any kind of light that might have been filtering from the sky So the sky's light is caught in whatever this gloom might be. And along the walls are these glowing fluorescent bits that are giving off just barely light.
There's this is magical in nature.
You can make me an Arcana check.
I will do that.
I'm just gonna put my back to the nearest wall.
Okay.
I don't know what knowledge check identifies as, I'm sorry. But everybody would just see a dude with blue skin and like a black braid down to like here, just back up to the wall and start concentrating.
It will be a 24 knowledge arcana.
24 knowledge Arcana.
I'm very interested in these walls.
They are. As you look around, actually, you start to see a bunch of different symbols on the walls.
Guys, it's a puzzle with actual components because we're together and not on Discord.
There are a bunch of different symbols. that
No,
you-
I failed algebra.
They're not very familiar to you. I mean, some of them have.
It's all Greek to me.
It's all Greek. There you
It's
go.
funny because they're actually in Greek.
There you go. So you start to kind of look around, and the glow that you're seeing on the fluorescence appears not to be fluorescent. It appears to be some of the runes glow. And those are what are giving off the light, but they're not giving off enough light to really give you any information about what's going on.
Can I get back against the wall?
You may move back against the wall.
I guess I should make a perception check to see if I see
Yeah,
the little
I should
fox
too.
child. It is a. We're at even as my perception. I know I rolled a 12.
Oh,
Not
very
actually.
low.
Just as
Okay.
just as a because kind of went by as he's moving. As soon as I would have noticed him initially, I was going to use message
Okay.
on the little fox boy.
Okay. So you message the little fox boy, and what do you say to the fox boy?
What do we have here?
Ooh.
Now you're not necessarily going to know where that came from, but you hear that.
I got a 33 on perception.
So you're backing up against the wall. You hear someone saying, "What do we have here?" It kind of comes to your mind. You kind of look around to where it is. You can't quite pinpoint it, but you do see that someone notices you backing up against the wall. Just-
And in the meantime, I'm also going to roll stealth to see if I can disappear as well.
That's the game we're playing today.
Okay.
I'm playing hide and seek, I'm doing
that
calculus.
is
17 on my stealth check. This seems fun.
I had 12 of them.
What did you get?
26.
Okay. Roll me a let me see. Yeah. So. Yeah. And he can't crit to match. I would have to crit to match that. So you definitely feel like you have moved against the wall. No one else seems to notice you, and you notice the fox.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't seem to notice you back, but you notice the fox boy. The shadows just seem to blend around. Okay.
I'm gonna
I'm just dawning.
move up next to the fox boy and ask him, "You happen to know where we are, perchance? Or what all these thingies are?"
No.
Would we have? How loud would you have said that?
Not as loud as I said it.
That is for the recording.
Yes.
No, I'm just asking because it plays into what my character would do next since he has a 10-minute spell.
Yeah, we have to
Um,
we have to be loud enough for the microphone, so if you're whispering, say that you're whispering.
Stage whisper.
Fair enough.
Slash W.
Yeah, or stage whisper. Hey! What's going on?
But in his mind, this is the guy who got everyone woken up, so he's the only person who knows what might be going on or has a possibility of it, and he doesn't know if anyone else is a threat yet.
Fair. So he does. There's this exchange where they don't know where you don't know where you are. They don't know where you are. One of the dwarf is woken up. He's looking at algebra.
Yes.
Yes,
There's going to be some sort of spellcraft for, I don't know, magical arithmetic.
Who's the old fart?
The old fart has a name. I rolled a 2.
What are you trying to do, spellcraft?
I'm math.
So what are you adding?
Well, not enough.
Not enough would be an accurate assessment.
It'd be a 12. So you carry the A divided by the M over the Oopsillon. I don't think that's what that's called.
Nope. That's an Oopsillon. So
That's an I made a fucking oopsie.
so there we go.
I'm gonna make a quick perception check on him. I'm gonna see if there's any means of egress from this place. 19.
19, you look around and there's definitely, the walls don't hem you in.
Okay.
You seem to still be able to access any of those you want to. You kind of just look around them, start to look down them, I suppose, and there doesn't seem to be a specific wall on any of them. As you start to look around, though, it is noticeable that while there's dust, the dust is disturbed everywhere. So there are footprints all over the place in the dust, but there's no specific rhyme or reason saying, oh, this one's traveled more, or that one's traveled more.
Okay. So it's obvious we're here for some kind of reason, but I don't know what. I don't know how to get out, so...
Yeah.
So you sit and wait?
I'm gonna make a perception to see if I hear anybody besides the
The 6 of us?
the people who just woke up and the Kitsune.
Okay.
25. Or 26.
26?
Alex
Okay.
says we all have to play nice.
Oh, Alex says we have to play.
Well, Alex isn't here.
He's not. He's
right.
in Stockholm, I think.
Yep. So you look around and you kind of listen and you're paying a lot of attention. You pay enough attention that you hear breezes, and the breezes seem to come sometimes from this direction, sometimes from that direction, but they always lead into this area, and they always feel and seem like they're going down into wherever that hole in the ground leads.
I'm gonna take a look in that hole in the ground.
Okay.
Sort of poke my head over, see if I see anything. Very
All right.
quietly, of course.
Very quietly.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Well, he's doing that. Does this look
Do you
like...
even know I'm doing that?
I said, well...
Well, I'm using meta-knowledge.
No, I just like, well, this is occurring. Does this look like any language
Oh,
I've
man.
ever seen? Can I identify this
This
as a language?
This does not look like a language you've seen. It
20.
may be a language, but it does not look like one that you've specifically seen. Some of the characters are similar to what you've found in other places, because characters will be similar through different languages, simply by virtue of what they've been written as. But as far as correlating to a specific one, no. They don't correlate to a specific one for you.
Troublesome. What interesting. Sorry, you had a check number.
Yeah, 20. So, see what could be down there.
All
or
right.
why this stuff is going down. There's some sort of cause.
As you look over, there seems to be within the circle an area that fluctuates and moves. It's like there's water in there, but there is no water. In fact, you can see the bottom of it. It's only about 3 or 4 inches thick, 3 or 4 inches depressed from the rest of everything else. But it's like there's a motion and a movement in there, especially as one of the breezes comes in. Those watching the runes, which you are, would notice that as some of the breezes come in, sometimes they will, for lack of a better word, tickle some of the runes, and then those runes start to kind of shimmer a bit along the edge, and they offer...
Strange adjective.
There we go.
Tickling alphabets. Truly, magic is wonderful. So here's a question I don't think anybody's asked yet. Do I know who the hell these people are?
It's an important question.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not the first time I've woken up in this strange place surrounded by strange people. I want to know if this is one of those times.
Memory.
Yeah.
So, you...
I'm getting on in years, but Grandpa still knows how to party.
There we go.
Why do I feel like that's canned at like 65?
Oh, you know it.
So, you look around, you kind of try to get a better look at the individuals. You may have seen Greg's character in passing. It's like you've seen him in the same area of town or something like that, but nothing that breeds a lot of familiarity necessarily.
You keep showing up at the same crime scenes.
Something along those lines, I suppose.
He must be an investigator, that's what I think. Probably a detective, one of the good guys.
One of the good guys.
One of the good guys who's doing the right thing for the right reasons.
Billionaire playboy philanthropist.
Yeah.
There you go.
Regular Tony Stark.
So, you kind of have seen each other before, but nothing specific. The fighter, as he's looking around, can make me a perception check, because he may know the other individual.
Me make it or him make it?
You may.
I've never seen someone actually use a dice tower before.
That's a 6.
6. There's another dude standing with his back against the wall, and you see these two, but you don't recognize these two. No. They can't see you. Remember?
You're hit against the wall. I can't see you, tiny boy.
Well, I was actually gonna pop out of stealth to talk to this dude here.
Okay.
You give me a heart attack.
Hey, old timer. Hello.
It's not nice to sneak up on your others.
It's also hilarious you're playing
Oh,
Sorry, but you call
I
him
promise
Old-timer.
you, I am by far your elder.
No, you don't know that. Strange.
Probably.
Blue. Weirdo.
There's something going on in the hole. It's only like a few inches deep, and there's all these wavy things whenever the breezes go by, and then I don't know.
Probably when you find a hole that's a few inches deep, you have to take her to dinner first. That's a joke you'll get in a couple years.
As my character starts stirring, you just hear him stir like. That's a good one.
Yes, I know it
Can I
is.
go wake up?
Inspector.
I want to wake up with you on that one.
Everybody's awake now.
I don't know. Which is like 20 dudes passed out.
Yeah, it's like the end of the war in Game of Thrones. There's just piles, mountains of dudes.
Alright, so you two start to converse about what's going on with that.
If I hear that, I'm gonna approach the hole.
Okay.
I want to go down to the in the hole.
Alright.
You say there's water in the hole?
You start to approach the hole, and then all of a sudden this little fox boy just kind of walks out and plops into the hole.
Okay. I was going to say before he does the
If
jump,
I get
you
a
just hear in his
chance,
head.
there's a 7 on my CMD. Never mind. I was going to grab his tail.
No, but probably like if I notice him walking towards it, in his head he'll hear, "I wouldn't do that."
You still walk into the hole?
Yes.
Okay.
This is how we disable device.
I don't take rules from no one or nothing.
So you see this fox boy just kind of walk up, goes past the broken runes, and just kind of
Tweet.
In the hole.
What was anything terrible happened to him?
No?
I'm not the only one who's seeing that, right? I've been in this hole for a while and I've probably
feel
been taking my
invisible.
medicine.
Can I go invisible, please?
If you choose to.
If you really want to.
I got a 14.
Alright, so modified for being invisible. He's invisible.
54.
Sometimes when I don't take my pills, I see small boys.
So,
Especially when you drive your blacked out van.
Yeah.
so you all see this happen. This little fox boy goes into there, pops into the center of it, and you see him go, and go invisible.
Alright. Does he displace anything when he does this?
The fluid, liquid stuff does not seem to be displaced by physical motion.
Okay, so I have basic hydrokinesis. I would like to reach out to the water with my mind and not purify it. That doesn't make sense. Can I try to, like, dry out the depression as per prestidigitation?
You kind of reach out to try and do that, and this fluid type substance does not seem to react to being tried to be controlled by water.
Alright. And is there like a small child-shaped hole in the water to indicate an invisible something might be there?
It doesn't seem to interact with any physical matter.
Okay.
I'm gonna strike a torch because I'm a human.
There you go.
Would
Good deal.
the spell still be in place?
For him?
For
10
message.
minutes?
Yeah.
Still-
I got technically 30 spell
yeah,
caster
it's
3.
still within effect.
Well, isn't that an interesting trick?
Do you have to whisper out loud to use that?
Yes.
For message?
You have to like
Yeah.
point in the direction of him and then whisper.
There's a sense motive check you can make to detect it.
No.
I'm not gonna do
I thought it was
that.
perception, but whatever.
You're being a weird.
I don't know.
It's
I
sense
remember right.
motive it's sense motive to find a hidden message.
I'm not
It's the
But
same
you would have
as
to be able to
motive.
detect where that message was coming from, would you not? If
If it's whispered out loud. I
You
thought
have
that's how
to
it
point
worked.
and literally whisper.
Yeah, that's fair. He's
So we could sense your message, but if you're invisible and you use message back,
We wouldn't hear
You
it.
have
We'd just
to-
like, oh, that guy's doing a minor cantrip to talk to someone's head. Basically,
Yeah.
is what we get.
You may just be mumbling to yourself.
that's the thing. I'm mumbling under my breath and just like doing it as subtly as possible. If I need to do
Oh,
something,
gotcha.
I will.
No, I trust you, Inspector.
Famous last words.
These are good people.
now let me see.
I'm still doing algebra.
Still doing algebra.
I'm not very good at it.
The
I would like to make another check if I'm allowed.
you
Do
were allowed
I-
one more check.
Okay.
Recognize anyone?
You recognize old timer.
Shit. 19.
You similar to them. You've seen them around.
And if you're going to be doing that, my character would be going up to help you at that time.
Well, thank you, Inspector.
Then roll it.
Which for spellcraft or for?
I was rolling.
Yeah, okay.
The fighter has.
Does a 25 do anything for
Yeah,
you?
you ate the crap out of me.
Who hates who in this situation?
Yeah, I figured like maybe I ate you. I'm like, what are you seeing these runes here? They seem to be some sort of group.
You see the runes, and he kind of guides your hand down.
You mean this one?
Yes! My dark vision is going, I guess. It used to be all in gray, and now it's sort of beige.
There's a torch now, so
There's a torch now.
Oh, that's why this color.
The fire has lit the torch, so you are able to see in this room.
I'm used to doing algebra in the dark.
Everybody's in the dark with algebra. This is how it is.
The calculus.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
A squared plus B squared equals Cthulhu.
So,
Literally how you summon him. Okay. Right. Stay in school, please.
With the power of Pythagoras, I summoned the ancient darkness.
so
By the power of quadratics. Oh!
The fire lights that up, and some of the runes
I knew that Fibonacci spiral was good for something.
sequence. So you, some of the runes seem to have little glints in them. The whole place seems to have little glints in it, in the stone walls themselves and in the stonework. It's probably some crystal or something like that that may be within the construction. As you kind of look around a bit more, go ahead and make me a new perception check with all that.
Everyone?
Everyone.
That's right.
Okay. You're done.
That's 13 from that's an 18.
28.
18.
31.
People don't believe me.
It's not just the old man's eyes that are going, it's also mine.
No,
There you go.
So
21. Sorry,
21 for my character.
And that is the
I got
coolest of dice
15.
bags.
I'm mathing wrong.
The fit
The
you
best
will
part?
with.
All the pockets inside are divided so you can keep all your different dice
That's
separate.
so cool.
There you go.
No, where's my 15?
Alright, so 15 plus your 6, which you would have, Adonijah. 15 plus 6 is how much?
21?
21. So you get your, you start to sense that, you can kind of look around, and one of the breezes comes through and it catches something. It kind of moves it a little bit, and it is
Hulk smash.
Now it's a live bird.
that.
Oh!
That's what live birds look like in Canada.
Everybody sees it, and it comes from this area down this way.
So is this like a labyrinth that descends off of here?
It's Death Maze.
Oh, good.
Evil corn?
Evil corn. You ever see that movie from the 80s?
Which way
Children
is
of?
Daddy, which way is does this go?
I don't think we know yet.
Children of the algebra?
You guys go investigate that?
It really take
Yeah.
off.
This one's
Sure.
Alright, so you guys go to investigate.
Does anybody have that little fancy wizardy BS that makes things glow? I really don't want to have to carry this around the
Well,
entire time.
usually BS is my middle name. They call me Gilderoy BS Silversmith. Definitely not gloves. It's not
Gilderoy Lockhart has nothing on him.
No. Stupendous.
Superfine!
I lied. I didn't prepare light. You're on your own. Tie that,
False of the witch.
tie that to
Tell
your
them.
forehead.
Damn it. You know, take candle.
Days, detect magic, mending,
Open close.
message.
So you guys,
There's something on the back of that.
Ghost sound, prestidigitation. There's a
Oopsillon.
3,
Epsilon.
an epsilon.
This is why you said if I liked Greek stuff, I would like this. Because it's Greek, I thought we were going to fight like a chimera.
It's an epsilon.
Yeah, it's this symbol here. It looks like a 3, but it's well, it is a 3, but it's also an epsilon.
That's not.
No, wait, it's that one.
No, it shouldn't be epsilon.
Is that?
This one here.
Oh, okay, yeah. I can't remember which one that's actually called at the moment.
An Oopsillon.
Epsilon.
That's the name of the session, the Grand Oopsillon.
The Grand Oopsillon, the Grand Poobah.
There we go. The Grand Oopsillon.
Theta, something theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nu. I'm drawing a blank on that.
That's
There
the
you
issue. I'm doing the same.
So, you guys start to look at that. Do you go and investigate where you find it?
Who
Yeah.
has rank
Sure.
linguistics? Anyone?
Alright, as
I
that
do.
breeze starts to come around, you also find another.
Oh,
Continue to follow.
A gug.
what is
Yeah.
that? What's on the back of that
Gugfest
one?
2018!
Adonijah?
We don't have enough time this
What's-
weekend to see
what's
what
on the
else
back?
to do.
Adonijah, what's on the back of that piece of paper?
You have to flip it over, dude.
Nope, other one.
The new
There you go.
The
Oh, no.
This one.
No, that's not a lambda.
No, it's new. Is that?
It could be upside down too.
It's a V, but
What if it's greater than or less than?
Because the other one was
The
lowercase.
other one was lowercase,
Literal
so
math.
unless...
right. But even so, if it was lambda, you would have to have a tail.
I'm not saying lambda, I'm saying new.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
agreeing with you.
Okay, so it's.
Do you continue to follow the
So
paper?
see how lambda has the extra.
Yes.
So it's this one.
I know,
Continue
so we're
to follow
assuming
the
the
paper.
Lord.
And as you guys continue to follow the paper, it continues to be there. It leads you around and around.
Does it take us out of that center area?
It does take you out of the center area.
Oh boy,
Let me see here.
that's no good.
But do we know our way back? Or are we completely lost?
Remember to buy.
It does not seem to be making you lose your way.
If not, I have hammer and wall.
Hammer versus wall. So we will use this to represent you guys
So,
on the map. It leads you here.
Oh, bruh. Bro, we got a map with a pushpin, bruh.
We did it.
Nice.
Take that, roll 20 tokens.
I mean, the camera can't see this, but bruh.
I'll put it on the.
Funny.
I will put it up there for them to see.
One of them is blank.
Interesting.
I'm gonna guess the blank ones are false.
Just thought.
So
That's not
as you
blank.
come to that area,
Not blank.
you see statues,
Okay.
and the last one does not take you quite there. The last snippet of torn paper that is burnt on the edges does not take you there directly, but you see over there a scorched skeleton in front of a group of heads, and the heads are in the wall, presumably made of stone or something like that, and they face out towards where the skeleton is. One is a goat head, one is a dragon head, and one is a lion head.
Yes, we're still fighting camera. Alrighty. I'm not a rogue. One of the skills I chose for my
We're missing one.
Can I see that one? No.
was
It kind of appears as if somebody was trying to light the place up.
It's a 20 on a perception check to try to find a trap Adam.
20 on perception for trap.
Hmm.
It is
Why does that?
definitely got some kind of trigger to it
Okay.
because that individual is singed,
Alright.
and there's black markings along the mouths of this area.
This is showing different areas of the labyrinth because I thought this was the center. So if that's not the center on that one, each of the symbols represents
A level?
not necessarily a level, but a side of the thing, and it keeps going out is what I think, but I'm not sure.
Tracks.
We're in a hypercube, I guess.
Wait, we're in the blank one.
That didn't work out quite, man.
Hey, I'm missing a piece.
It's in your handy.
So that would be that.
That one looks like it's not quite
And that one, maybe that one.
maybe.
How's this one look?
But this one is blank.
This is just two
There's our two pieces there with.
And that has two regular ones and a blank one as well.
So it is capital Lambda.
Lowercase.
Yeah, if we follow the parameters, uppercase, lowercase, lowercase.
So one of them's upper, the other's lower.
We have an 8 in there.
Are you continuing to, I assume with everybody conglomerating their brain power on this,
Yeah,
you're
Everyone just kind of turns and
Yeah.
trying to figure out whatever this might be, this
yeah.
writing.
So we have capital A, lowercase.
The lowercase
Yeah, so lowercase something or other.
Or lowercase I, and then an uppercase,
Lambda,
and then a
lowercase.
Oh, maybe this is an uppercase something or other.
No,
No, I think it's uppercase and lowercase.
I think they're paired.
It's
Oh,
uppercase and lowercase.
okay.
Roll me a d100.
Yes! This only ends well. 42.
I don't have it. One.
98.
All of us roll D100s or just one?
I got it.
Let me write them down. How about that?
89.
Okay.
Everybody roll one.
You got the meaning of life, universe, and everything.
I got 89.
Alright.
The dice bag's blowing their way.
And I will get my pen that I left in the other room.
26.
If you want one, I could probably get one procured.
Sweet.
I didn't like that.
My
I
mom.
had 89 originally.
Alright.
800 not original.
Tommy got a 42.
That's right.
What did Adonijah? What did you get?
I got an 89.
89. Okay. Colin?
26.
Adam?
36.
Kane?
98.
Oh, no.
Boom.
No.
7-point devil.
All of a sudden.
10 point devil, everybody dies.
We're almost level 3. I'm not confident.
That's about the same level we faced it the last time. 25.
Okay, now we've got a couple Arcanists. Might be okay.
Alright. Those will be ready for later.
It's a surprise roll that will help us later.
Or destroy.
So,
Alright.
Wait, doesn't this scene look like this sort of?
A
a
little.
little bit. So, you guys see that? You see the dead body? It seems to be still be in its robes and everything. No one's cooked it clean.
Can I take a quick gander to see if I can get an idea as to where the body position is in comparison to the heads, or if the heads are all pointing at the body?
The heads, the body seems to be pushed out slightly from the alcove that you find the
Right.
thing in, and some of his things are flapping almost at the edge, not over the edge, but almost at the edge
Okay.
of the area.
Okay.
Flip over your map.
So,
What I'm trying to find is the source of where the fire would have come from. If it was from those heads,
it seems to be from the heads.
is there a specific head that it was, or does it appear to be all three?
All three have their mouths open.
Okay.
All three have scorches.
Okay.
I guess the mouths don't
That's
look
not
movable, do they?
They do not
Circle.
look movable.
Right.
These are two different places. That's a square.
So I'm trying to find some music disabling it. The skeleton, is there like a depression in the ground
Can
where
I
it's
do a
sitting?
disable device?
You wanted to search it, didn't you?
Well,
No, they
I
don't.
want
you
to
want it?
search the person.
You wanted to search the person? So you start to get in front of where the person is. Roll me a reflex save.
Can I try to stop him? Because I see him moving
He's
forward.
invisible.
Oh yeah, he is.
I thought it came out of invisibility though.
No.
Has
Roll
it been
once.
longer than 3 minutes?
Has it been longer than 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Probably. You would have had to drop invisibility.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do is, like, if he moves out in front of me, I'm gonna quickly, as fast as I can, concentrate in the air around him. He begins to freeze, and then I'll just freeze the ground right in front of him. And
Okay.
try to grease you. It's a 15 is the reflex save, and you're a rogue, so you're fine.
So make your reflex save.
Me?
Yes. What is the result?
12?
Yeah, you beat it.
12. So 12 plus your reflex save will make it. So you do not trip.
That didn't work, so I'll try to use my words. And just don't, kid.
Do you stop or do you continue?
It's
Can
trapped.
I put an arrow in the heads?
In the way.
Whose heads?
In the chimera heads, he's saying. So you do stop. You don't walk over to the body.
I want to get my bow out and shoot the heads.
You want to get your bow out and shoot the heads. Okay.
If nothing else, we'd see if it's trapped, I guess. Just don't
So-
get yourself killed.
Wait, is there another body outside of that?
There seems to only be one body. There doesn't seem to be another burnt skeleton.
I don't take my bow out. I sneak to and drag it out.
You try to drag the body out by sneaking over to
If
it.
you do that, you will disturb the pressure plate and get killed.
You don't know there's a pressure plate.
Yeah!
How do you think
Meta
you
knowledge.
died?
I
Not
know.
meta knowledge.
I don't know. I'm
What's the
fully there
result?
with you.
I made a perception check. I got a 20.
So,
I didn't see
what's
anything.
happening?
Probably fine.
I'm stopping.
You're stopping. Okay, you're not moving forward to grab
I'm
the body.
looking
Okay.
around and what I'm trying to do is look under the body.
The body does. The body's laying on the ground. It does not seem to be suspended in any way.
Can I make a survival check
If-
based on
if
where
the-
we've walked to determine which of these maps we may be on? Because we've noticed they're not the same.
Based on the kind of turns you've had to make, you can make that survival check. It'll be a little difficult, but you can probably do it.
20.
20's enough. You can tell that you are not, that one of the maps is not where you are. You know which, and you can tell which one it is.
Which one?
Which one? You can look at the thing.
This
and
one's
compare.
a circle there. This one's a square in the center area. So I think we're in the circle
thing,
one.
the one that has this.
Oh, okay. So it
So
is
you're on this one.
this one.
Which means I don't have to hide this anymore.
Good, now I can actually see it.
Daddy, wait.
But
Can
there's
I
still this
tell
kind
them?
of, we're still going to leave this nebulous.
Can I tell them?
No. So there's this nebulous area here that we leave. But other than that, it's the same.
Yeah, don't touch that. It's probably bad.
I need an in-character way to know that you can turn into a fox. I don't have one.
Why is he a little...
He's a kitsune.
But
I quickly take
is that like
something.
common?
I quickly. What I'm gonna try to
you-
is get something that's heavy.
After Tommy. You will... Kitsune are not uncommon in the southern colony. They're actually fairly common the further towards the woods you go. So you may know, we're running off the assumption here that everybody's been either in or around the southern colony at some point.
Alright, so I'm gonna approach the kid. and say, Look, I know some of you can turn into little foxes. Maybe that will set off the pressure.
I can turn into a fox for 1 minute.
I thought you were going to say he could turn into a pressure plate.
Shake off! Pressure plate!
It could be
No.
useful.
Nobody step on the boy!
It might trigger the traps.
Because if you step on me and I have a pressure plate, you'll activate a trap that'll kill me.
Yeah. So why don't you do that? If it sets off the trap, I think I can help you. If you go running in there, you're going to get yourself killed. You're lucky you didn't die when you jumped in the hole.
Your order will change.
I turn into a fox. Start walking together.
So
So I want to ready in action. I'm stretching it, but you guys let Grease be flammable, so I'm going to let Grease maybe move him 5 feet by like slicking under him if the trap goes off.
stop.
Different kind of grease uses like water and gum. Ice not flammable.
It's not flammable.
Ice is not. Baby. It was only a matter of time.
Vanilla ice, on the other hand, very flammable. A lot of hair gel.
Yep. It's all that hairspray. Okay, so you.
Frosted tips will catch like candles.
Yeah, ready.
Start getting
The air around me freezes and I have like a little ball of ice, a la Sub-Zero in my
Start-
hands. You don't know what
start-
that means.
Start
Sad for you.
getting it.
It's ready. I'm not going to throw it until you fail.
Yeah,
I'm not going to just try to make you slip and slide and stuff.
he's preparing it in case he needs to make you slip down to avoid some kind of blast or trip.
And
No, this
is the one we're on.
I
It
take
matches
the leg of the body and just throw it back there and I get out.
As a
I'm wondering
fox?
if there's
As a fox,
You're the strongest
if we have
fox.
to mix and
as a
match
fox,
Take
or
a look at your teeth and just pull it back.
Well,
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. Do you want to grab the arm or the leg?
Wait,
Down for
which one is
Okay.
closest to me?
The arm.
I got that.
All right. Make me a perception check as he starts to get close and pull on the arm.
Out of 10.
Not you, Eddie. You're pulling.
Seriously, what's going on down there?
Just figure out the puzzle, man. I
I
say as being 71.
Roll 50.
This is fun.
There's a puzzle?
Let's clarify
Sorry, it's an
who
18.
all is where. Is everybody there?
I follow the papers.
You follow the papers. Who follows the papers?
I wanted to stay in the
Everybody-
room
that's our
with the
best
circle. No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I follow the papers because
Okay, if everybody followed the papers, everybody would see what's going on. So,
I don't climb very well.
and what were the perceptions?
18.
1?
20.
Oh, 20. Okay, I was like, rolled a 1.
20.
10.
Alright, okay. 16.
Alright, anything above a 12 sees the eye. The closer that he gets, it does not seem to light up because the body has splayed out like this. It does not seem to light up when he gets to the arm fully, but the eyes begin to light up in sequence the closer he gets. It does not reach the full.
The eyes of the Chimera head or the
The eyes
body?
of the Skyrim character hiding around the corner.
No, the
Because
eyes.
he's getting closer to seeing
A
him.
bunch of Draugr show up and, oh buddy.
And that's in Pathfinder. It's doable.
At this level, I don't know about that.
Maybe the
And
I'll go at
bad
this
can
level.
I make a check to see if to notice the lights turning on or the light?
No, you need to make me a strength check
Oh,
to be
Tiny
able to
fox
pull that.
boy.
I'm so sorry for you. I know that candy sheet kind of.
What's
Never.
that?
Oh! He
Oh.
rolled off a 20 and got an 8.
An 8. You're pulling, but you can't get a good pull as a fox. So, but you do see those lights, those eyes start to light up each time.
If other people are calling out to warn him,
I'm too busy staring at the ground, ready to freeze it if it goes off.
is anybody calling out to warn him?
If it's
Yeah,
not, if your
I'm planting the
stuff's
torch in the
not
ground
playing,
so it
throw it
kinda,
on
like,
those heads.
Can't
stands.
freeze it for that long.
So but you are?
He's too far.
I will definitely call out and say, watch your back, the lights, the trap.
As he's
I
doing that, then you'll hear in your head.
And I start backing up.
So, just for my own clarification,
Mm-hmm.
there's a chimera body that this are lighting up, or there's chimera heads in the wall,
Heads in the wall.
and there's just a
And they see-
skeleton.
There's a burnt individual, mostly skeletal now, that is splayed out.
Can I knock the heads
Because
off the
honestly,
wall?
for like this entire time, I thought it was a chimera skeleton on the ground, and I was a little confused.
No. So the chimera heads in the wall. It wasn't really noticeable, but they do have gems in their eyes
Can I take
that light
them?
up.
Now is not the time to be a murder hobo. Now's the time to not die.
That's
Murder hobo after. We'll take the stuff when we're done. You're the only player who's going to be in this session again. You'll keep it all. Fine.
Yeah, the rest of us can die.
Yeah, there is a bunch of bodies for you
Hey.
to find.
Anybody can die.
Yeah, Colin, you have 9 con. Now all the stream knows it.
So,
You're the bravest person here.
You're so bitter.
did you want to take those or not?
Sorry?
I'm sneaky.
So,
Did you want to sneak over and take those or not?
Take the
did Moon
objects?
back up off where the body is?
No.
Okay. So you guys back up. He backs up from the body.
And I changed back.
Okay.
Is
you would need to
there-
change back.
So what's next?
It looks like there's an exit area, maybe.
I feel like maybe this thing is just a little burny.
Yes.
Is there any way to lasso the body?
Possibly.
Because I got 50 foot of rope.
That whole area just pressure plate? You just get over it?
No one's disabled the device.
Yeah, it sure would be good.
I have
We
the
have a
same
ninja and a rogue.
And a kineticist who can do it too.
This rogue does not have disabled device because everybody has disabled device, so I didn't take it.
What kind of crap rogue are you?
Very sneaky one.
Can you break the plate?
That would require a disabled device.
And you're there, you might as well try it.
Boy.
That's a good thing.
Boy, can you break the plate?
No. I have a -1. So
No,
Strength check
he's
when
not-
you use a disabled device check.
Yeah, he's wanting you to disable the device, not use your strength to break it. That is something that ninjas can do.
I just set my hammer on the ground. If I wanted it broken, I could do that.
Boom, boom. Do you want to disable the device or not?
Yes.
Then you need to roll.
This?
I would like to add another.
What's the result?
It was a 5 and a 1.
5 and a 1.
The result is a. I'm not used to looking for disabled device on the sheet. A 13. So they
13.
know they're successful.
You already rolled. You already rolled.
19.
You already
You didn't have
rolled.
that 19. That's all right. You have 4.
So that's 5 plus his. You guys start to sweat for a second as all the eyes start to light up. But just out of instinct, both of you, both Moon and you guys haven't even said your name yet. Moon and Sub-Zero.
We haven't even introduced our characters or who we are as people.
I did.
In a room and eating.
I'm a good player character.
So, you both instinctually just kind of grab one of the eyes, and they stop to light up.
That was a
One
lot.
of those fails. Poke the trap in his eyes.
So,
Poke the trap in its eyes while I get the body.
Why are you so obsessed with the body, child? I'm gonna perception the body. Maybe he's seen something I haven't. I'd say 15.
15. The body seems to be fairly complete. It's like this whole right half of him has been turned to skeletal, a black skeleton, and that's the cause of death. But this other side of him seems to be not unscathed, but at least have something left on it. He does have a book on his hip.
Okay, I'll crack it open.
That's why I want it.
Because you want to read a book.
No, because I want it.
As we get over there, now the device is disabled,
I want his booty.
You want
I'm
his booties.
walk up there,
No.
and I'm gonna sort of feel the walls near where the body is to see if there's any heat coming off of it, to see, basically gauge how recently this might have happened. If it's really old or fairly fresh.
Well, it's got about one cheek of booty left.
So
What does your nose say?
kind of.
Yeah,
So-
true.
No,
You-
blue.
Feel that there's no heat. You are able to kind of discern that there's probably been a good period of time that has passed since that has.
I guess I was just trying to see if this guy got torched and that's what caused these papers to go flying, or if it was something else.
You would think so. You guys do go ahead and get the body, so you get 6 gems, 6 ruby gems of indistinguishable worth at the moment. And you also are able to loot this particular body. He does not seem to have much money or valuables on him in that sense, but he does have a book, and it seems
I
to
wanna
be
read it.
okay. It seems to be a general kind of. The front of it is closer to what you would consider a spell book.
Ooh,
He
you cast spells? Oh boy. What kind of spells?
I hear a bluff check. We all suddenly start
That's
thinking he's got
None of
like
your
a lot of
business.
wizard levels.
Oh, cheeky!
Cheeky child.
You're so rapacious.
So.
You got the lip.
So, you do find a spell book, or at least it seems to have been a spell book. Not very high level.
No.
Probably a lower level than you. Probably a tier below your proficiency.
Okay, I'm just gonna say, like, I'm real old, but I'm kind of crappy, so maybe I should give it a look.
There you go. and-
I get to read first.
No, I get to
We can read it together. I'll help you with the polysyllabic words.
You probably can read it better than we can.
So everybody reads it together,
Story time.
and
All right, get in here, you big dumb idiot.
and everybody reads it together.
What does it say?
He's getting
There's spells up front, but it seems like as you get past the spells, maybe a couple pages are blank, and then there's this handwriting that is definitely the same person, but not in the same frame of mind. It's definitely more haggard would be the best word to kind of describe it, and it seems to dictate how this person was trapped here. And he keeps looking around, trying to find the maze, and move through it in a way that he can get all the things he needs. And he's making a map, and then as he gets past making a map, he's like, I'm starting to understand this language. I don't know what it is or where it's from, but it's starting to make sense. I'm able to piece it together. Some of the other denizens have expounded what they can. Some are friendly, some are not.
Someone probably a guitar.
As you continue, you finally come to the near the end of it where he says, I know how to exit. You must open it. You must open. And I'll find the letters, I'll find the words, and I will have them and enter them at the complete circle.
Bibbidi boobie, frolicaboodie, bibbidi bobbidi boo. 27th of March. I eat, but I do not hunger. What?
So there you go.
They are coming. We cannot get out. We cannot get out.
Fool of a silversmith!
We are coming.
The tribes.
And I hurl the book down a well.
Let's go back to where that well was.
It drops
Alright,
it.
so I'm gonna put my hand inside like the line head of the chimera. Because assuming that the trap is disabled, I want to see if there's like a spout there or something.
There does appear to be not necessarily a spout, but for lack of a better word, the tip of a wand.
Okay.
Can I have it?
That's a little more interesting. I was gonna say I'm gonna disable this so nobody else can get hurt again, but if it's a wand, well, you can use disable device to like take it out. I'm gonna try to do that. Where is that?
Probably.
Probably.
It was an out of 18.
It is a 30.
It's a 30.
I have a wand. I can't use a wand. There's an arcanist in a bitch. Somebody can figure it out.
My UMD's okay.
Fight for it!
What's the damages?
I'll roll.
Yeah,
I'll roll a spellcraft on him, I guess.
Okay.
Let's see if I can get the thing out.
You pull on the thing, it's half of it is set in the wall.
Okay.
So when this was made, whenever this place was made, this wand was set in there.
Alright.
And you are able to see, okay, I can get it out of there maybe, but whether it functions or not after you do is going to be another matter.
Sure.
Maybe that's a lever to make the trap go on.
I'm gonna check the
Does it move at all? Is there any up, down,
rubies
left, right?
to see if there's any symbols on them.
The what's if there's any symbols?
The rubies to see if there's any more of those symbols like over there.
Can I jiggle the wand around? Up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right.
Now we're all invincible!
Maybe stir. Keep going.
Then poke it in both the eyes and then pull its tongue.
There you go.
That's hard. Super Mario RPG. Come on now.
So, you are able to get what is able to be gotten out of the wand. You can roll a spellcraft check to see if it's worth anything still.
Sure.
I'm gonna try to grab the other two.
Yeah, definitely not me. I got a 10, but you.
29.
24 and 17, yeah.
Okay, the 17 does not, but the 24 does. The 17 breaks the other one. It seems to snap. But you are able to get 2 semi-complete ones, maybe? And your spellcraft shows that...
I got a 10, so I can potentially aid.
There. It's high enough. Yeah.
Boom!
It's high enough.
My spellcraft's okay, 31.
It's high enough to know that the wands may be usable still, but they would have to be repaired.
Wait, are there more
Mending
than one
spell
wand?
or an actual.
They need to be a make whole to make a
Make a
magic item.
I don't have.
But after that, you think they may have several charges left on them.
Are there?
And they appear to be of fireball.
Oh,
So this guy got nuked. There you go. This guy apparently got nuked with 3 fireballs at the same time.
Civilized.
Well, I can try to repair some of the superficial damage.
Are there more than one wand?
We got 2 out of 3. I broke the third one.
These are-
Can I have one of them?
You're trying to blow yourself up, child?
Could be convinced to part with one after I fix it, but right now it doesn't work. I'm
And
afraid.
they don't work, they say.
It's so mine.
Who even are you? What are we doing?
She doesn't even go here.
Stop trying to make fetch happen.
Alright.
Get in, loser! We're playing Pathfinder!
Alright,
A different country for some of us.
I will mending the wands, and then I will give one of the still very broken wands to Adonijah. There you go.
Just give him the bones.
It's a stick.
Stick. So you have a stick that you can get fixed at some point for a make whole.
If you, well, I suppose she doesn't have a character sheet to write it on, but you have one broken, one fireball.
We're not broken in the world.
So
No.
he
Well,
mentioned,
yes and no.
he mentioned something about getting the
Yeah, I was
words.
gonna check the.
Check the rubies for symbols.
Yeah.
Will I be able to go up and fix it? Its route?
You don't know.
You have to get out first.
Yep. So you look at it and you don't see any runes or anything like that.
Hmm.
They do seem to swirl inside, but that seems to also be fading the further you get them away from the walls. So
Interesting.
you get them close to the wall, the swirl begins to happen.
Can I detect magic on them?
Okay.
I want to concentrate for the full 3, like the full amount of rounds to try to get the school
Wait,
and the
I
information
can
on
take.
it.
I can
And
have
on the
that-
gems?
Yeah.
So you focus on the gems, and the gems themselves seem to have an attachment. You focus long enough to understand that they seem to
And
have
if
an
you need me to roll
attachment.
spellcraft, I can do that as well. Knowledge or whichever would be better.
Knowledge Arcana would be better.
20.
So you think what's going on is that those are used as the actual eyes and sight and trigger for the trap. So they see, air quotes.
There
As
it
Kenny
is.
does it. They see for the trap. And when they're taken away from the wall, they don't see anymore. They're worth something, but they're not magic.
These are absolutely worthless unless they're in the wall.
No, they're not worth it. It's just shiny rocks. Someone will pay money. Yes.
The broken one, I could bring it to the mender.
I'm sure you can. First, we have to not die like he did, nodding at the body.
Can I take the broken one and then take it to the mender once we're out?
Yes, I've given you a broken one.
So there we go. You have a broken one. But that's where you guys find yourself at the moment. You've been given some information from the journal.
So we have to open this circle.
The words. Were there the words in the book, or was he on his way to go get the words?
Well, he was talking
I
about
think he
the
was
symbols
still
that make the
transcribing
words,
them.
and there's some on the different pieces of the map. I bet you there's one on each of the 3 segments, but there seems to be 2 different,
That's what you said.
I guess, layers. Unless he was trying to hide it. So,
Who would he hide it from?
don't know, he said not all the denizens were friendly. Maybe some people were desperate to get out. So this one doesn't have something yet, which my guess is that if we are to find the complete thing, it would be over here somewhere. Then we'd have a full 3 characters.
There's that calm Messina brain in action.
I have failed to mention something that would have been able to be seen. The A symbol, the alpha symbol, is lit up above this particular trap. It seems to glow brighter than some of the others.
And we're in that area of the dungeon.
So we need to
Well, in
find...
fact, we are specifically in that area, which would be part of that sheet.
Yes, so each sheet has a character to it, and we gotta find the complete set.
I'd like to start heading around, at this area.
Yeah, we gotta head in this direction.
Okay.
I want to head.
So,
I want to head.
Show me where you want to go.
I want to go there.
Looks like we're putting in the next big open one.
Which is the actual path? Which is not the path?
This is the path.
No, I mean in terms so the black is the path.
Yes.
Black is the path. The white is
So
the
we would
path.
have to go this way to go into this area here.
Or we could go... Yeah.
No, it would have to be that way. That's the only one that connects.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm
Sorry, spatial awareness.
I want to go look around for chests and
You want to
stuff.
follow us. You try to do this like I'm a Jedi. Geneticists are cool, but they're not that cool.
If I'm far enough ahead of him, the small one,
Mhm.
I'll again quickly cast message and whisper as I walk away.
Nope. This way.
You'll probably want to stick with them.
So
Says, oh, can you eat you?
There are very specific word choices here.
What even are you playing? I know which, but I didn't. Is it obvious what I'm looking at? Is that like a weird creepy Cthulhu monster?
Oh, he's definitely got some of that. No, it had to be this one here.
That's the only one that goes through.
He's playing. He's definitely got cooked children as one of his.
I don't even it doesn't even connect to
Man, that's a pretty good hex for this meta, isn't it?
So this one goes down here.
Right, but that doesn't connect. That doesn't connect. That's the only room that.
There is no room really here that connects. It's only the passageways.
Right. Well, we were in a room here.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of where's a room that would have the symbol.
There's no room on this side really either that connects to. So if the room is great and everything, I don't disagree. I'm just saying it may just be in the hallway or at a dead end.
I want to go
I think it'd be at the
this way.
edge of the circles where it seems to be.
Yeah.
At the very end.
So this area here, yeah.
We need to go from here.
Yep.
Dead end backtrack.
Have any of you served
Maybe.
your homelands?
This way here.
In what facility?
Defending it?
So the pathway that I think we'd have to take, because it's the only one that actually gets anywhere, is start here, make our way down these hallways, down the main corridor here,
That's all
cross
nice and all, but
down
I'm
to the edge
more
here.
talking about putting your life on
Alright,
the
so
line.
you want to head to that
I
edge?
put my
Yeah.
time on the line.
So we'll say that you guys get right about through here. And you start to come to this.
Oh, is the black the pathway or is the white the pathway?
Black is the path.
Okay, I'm just yeah.
So you get back to this crossroads here. Make me a perception check.
That's an appropriate place for this guy to stop for deception. Next time, but Crossroads,
15.
natural 20, I'm wasting them 28.
The Planar.
18.
All of a sudden, you see an indoor at the crossroads. 10 for.
Daddy.
There's some weird hobbit, and he's gonna make your fox and your bird have a kid.
26.
That's a spoiler.
Not really.
He's not technically a hobbit either. Alright, so everybody that got above probably a 12 can hear a
I got 18.
clump, clump, clump.
I'm gonna stealth real fast.
I hate when
I'm
you write
going-
real fast.
I'm going
Take some
invisible.
coins out of my pocket.
I'm going invisible.
You get invisibility once a day, don't you?
That's right, I think. If you got
You already went
tails.
invisible today.
Yeah, you used pranks on us, you silly kids, and I'm gonna do yourself, kid.
Chaotic.
Now you're gonna die.
Doesn't have
1d
vanishing trick?
27.
You
Doesn't
still
have
make
vanishing
yourself-
trick?
What?
You still make
He
yourself-
had not vanishing trick yet. He has Kitsune tails,
No.
so he gets to do magic once a day.
I'm 3rd level,
Your 3rd level.
You
so
do.
I have 3 tails.
You don't get a tail.
No, you don't get a tail every level. That'd be OP.
That'd be so cool.
I have 20 tails.
Yeah, 20 tails, you just throw it into the weight of your own tail.
Come on, we all know the 9-tailed fox is the most powerful one. Now there's
20 tails, that's like 2 foxes.
sorry,
and some shit.
Naruto.
Well, I can either stealth or I can get
How
ready
about
for
9
this.
tails on Pokemon?
Wasn't the 10-tailed twice as strong?
I didn't pay attention to the scaling
The
after.
same demon, basically.
Yeah,
You kids
well,
and your
the-
weird animes.
Yes, Naruto's not a weird anime. Well, it is weird, but it's also super popular.
Daddy, I'd like to make a stealth check.
I'm gonna step
Okay.
in front of the two that are hiding and
Stealth
we get
check.
together.
The scary thing is that's what
What's the result?
Naruto has is only
16.
half of what it could
Plus
be.
your
Yeah.
stuff, okay?
He gets punched into the moon.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be over the top with his.
Oh god, yeah.
He's supposed to get punched into the moon.
Let's talk about Saitama, who's literally just a regular human, gets punched to the moon, looks around and goes, oh, I should probably hold my breath, and then jumps back to Earth.
Yeah, to be fair, he's not a regular human.
Doesn't sound like it.
There is nothing abnormal about him except that he doesn't have a
Except
limiter.
that he doesn't have a limiter to his power.
But otherwise, he's straight up human.
Well, so is everybody else.
Yeah.
Right. He just doesn't have a limiter on to how strong he can get.
And I have Miss Harmonies.
Anyways, I'm trying to find it here, but the familiar stats.
It's a
4?
for the wizards. Like you can get a wizard, you can scroll down from there.
What's my result on
If you have
self
internet.
I've got the-
besides a 16?
The little
You get
lizard.
plus 11. So
Okay.
you-
Familiar?
The combi?
No, it starts with a D. Technically, it's a dinosaur.
The dynamic.
One
That's
check.
an animal companion.
Hmm?
You can have a Comistagus and have a +4 addition.
That's the one I'm thinking.
Yeah, combi.
I'm just trying to think of what its stealth is.
Okay,
No idea. I'm gonna.
so
I would like to ready a standard action and manifest a javelin made of ice in my hand, and if something turns the corner, I would like to throw this kinetic blast at its face.
okay, these are long corridors. So map and you guys, the sizing is not necessarily to what it is.
Sure.
It needs to be to the.
We need to keep going straight unless
We
it's
need to
going
kill.
Yeah, we need to know what this is coming at us, though.
It seems to be coming from the north.
From the north of us? So,
So I'm making a lot of noise right now. I can't play the character and not like make noise because that's how gather power works.
Yep.
I am
I
super
look
saiyan
around
right
the
now.
corner with my stealth thing, while being stealth.
And
Do I see it?
Colin also made a stealth check.
That was a 27.
So
I got 28.
this thing, whatever it is.
I'm going to suggest that we make ourselves scarce while it comes towards us.
I said, well, I want to head.
I speak sarcastically and quietly over the sound of the north wind. Kineticist is
do I-
gathering power.
Do I see that monster or whatever it is when I peek at that corner?
Not yet. You hear it coming.
Don't get in front of me, kid. He's turned the timer.
What are we gonna? Okay, I'm gonna take those coins. I'm gonna cast coin shot. I'm gonna hold it in my hand. I'm gonna get. You're wigging me out, okay?
I'm gonna start moving to the
I'm
destination.
going to move in front and head to the corner.
Don't make me slicky again.
Well,
Walk in front of him.
I'll follow the kid. Come along or shut up.
So you guys start to head that way.
Ooh, it's almost here.
So you go ahead and keep moving.
I'm gonna like,
Why?
stay facing in the direction of wherever it's coming from, and like be walking backwards, ready to throw.
Okay. That's all right. That sounds good. It continues to clump, clump.
Do I make it?
You guys get about to here when you see the tip of a battle axe start to tip around the corner, and you hear a.
Oh, it was going from the same direction we were trying to go?
So it's coming from where we
run
were
this
or where
way.
we're going?
I
Came
run
from
this way.
up this way.
Okay, so it's behind us as of right now, so it's coming to at
You guys
us.
are going this way, and it has made it to the corner there. It sees the light from the lamp, and it turns to you. You guys see what it is? It is
A big ogre?
a mixture of a man and a bull.
A minotaur!
Yeah.
And it's
We're in the labyrinth after all.
Oh, he has a golden roll.
I'm peeking around this. I'm
Please,
peeking around
John.
the thing. I'm peeking around this corner at it, and I'm like,
How far away is it?
That's probably a good 100, 150 feet.
Okay. That's well out of my range of events.
Yeah,
But it sees you,
keep
and
moving.
it's like,
Maybe
does
don't
anybody
let
speak giant?
establish a charge line. I do not.
who speaks
I'm gonna change my tactics, and I want to get a slick ready instead of a kinetic blast. That sounds fine. Nope.
Does anybody speak minotaur or giant?
I think they have their own version of language.
Nope.
Common sense.
To be completely honest, I completely forgot to do languages. I know I get
I
Yeah,
probably
four
could,
bonus
but I didn't.
plus English.
I didn't write it down. So
Giant
go.
speak.
No,
Well,
that's-
actually, there are two Samsarans at the table. We can both cast comprehend languages on ourselves. So
true.
I forgot we have that.
But we can understand it. That
It
doesn't
starts
mean
to
we can
come towards you.
Guess what? This it doesn't mean we
It's
can
coming
talk.
towards me.
I don't think we're gonna reason with it.
Yeah.
Once
I'm going to cast Misfortune as soon
There.
as it gets close enough.
All right, you cast that.
Brace.
Brace.
Is it
Okay.
coming to me?
I'm gonna get like on
There's
the
one
other
you
side of the
and you,
corner and
son.
wait for him to crash.
It's on me?
This is
Okay.
all 6 of
I'm
us.
hidden.
What does it have?
a big battle axe and its horns. And they're down, and it's charging.
As soon as it gets within 30 feet.
If I was there,
Misfortune.
After he misfortunes, I'm going to try to slip it.
Slip.
Knock its charge off.
Brace, you said? Anything else?
I'm waiting for it to slip, and then I'm gonna attack. So I'm like on the other side of the wall in case it just glides and crashes.
Gotcha. So,
make sure you dunk. Make sure you dunk.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
so your
around the
misfortune,
corner.
what is it rolling against?
A DC of 17.
On the will save?
Yes.
It rolls well. And it,
Does it
you
have to?
see it, you feel the spell connect with the side of its head, and it just goes, and keeps charging.
I'll try to slick him.
Slip.
So that's a 14, yeah.
Reflex.
Or no, it's a 15. It's a 15.
Alright. And
It has to be
It's-
that big.
its hooves start to go, and it's lost its charge and it's coming that way. And you are right at the end of the slick, and you are braced. So it's going to go. Do your
Do you have a
damage.
braced weapon that you can do tons of damage?
Yes.
Good.
Oh,
Good.
baby.
He took the time to brace.
I like those.
And I'm forgetting what it is. Is it
It's double damage.
double damage?
Double damage versus a charging thing.
Is he
And-
gonna die?
Does
I don't
it?
know, man.
Does it?
There's no bonus to hit.
There's no bonus? Okay. So, since I'm using my Lutheran hammer, I'm gonna swap it for the Sunder. To Sunder's battle axe.
That's a lot
You're
of
going to
damage
brace
going
to Sunder's battle axe?
I can swap the attack to a Sunder.
Yeah, because
Okay.
anytime you attack against under or try for it's really awkward to be like he can't
That is a 19.
to the hardness table.
19. Let me see if he,
Alex,
what
don't
type
have a
of
lot
thing
of
he
hearts.
has.
So one or two handed half.
Alright, it is mundane. So, what is the damage?
Hardness 5 hit points.
Like,
So
Yeah,
it's-
they're really small.
10
Is it
Especially
is
for
it
axes.
straight up double standard damage or?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
correct.
So that's 14, 15, 16, 17 static, plus 1, so it's 18, plus 3 is 21 damage.
21 damage to the mundane axe.
Yep. That's going to shatter it, yeah.
Slides right into you,
Nice.
and you use the momentum of his slide with your strike, and it just, he tries to kind of block, he almost sees what you're doing, but is just not able to defend it well and deflect it well, and goes,
Addy, I'm sorry.
And-
We're breaking your game.
So it
What?
I'm
does
sorry we're breaking a
break.
your game.
everyone within 10 feet of that needs to make a reflex save of 13.
that will be
Hey,
you.
wait a minute.
That will be, he's around the corner, he's around the corner.
Yeah, are we making ranged attacks?
From what I understand,
I was
am not.
I
planning
probably
on
need to make a reflex, yeah.
not slipping and then just crashing.
I need to make that reflex.
Up
Yes.
here to
I did
this
not realize he was
one.
gonna stop
Yeah,
there.
I was gonna wait for him to hit the wall and I was gonna
Yeah.
point into his chest.
13.
Natural 19.
Dad,
Okay.
I want to move
So-
to this corner.
Does the Minotaur have to make that too?
Yes.
oh, the Minotaur has to make it too.
What are you playing?
He's
Human.
No, I mean like the thing that is happening.
Oh, it's two-handed fighter, and the thing that's going on right now is shrapnel strike.
Nice.
These are
So
my
I
hands.
exploded the weapon, and it literally shrapnels everywhere.
There we go.
And I need another die.
So that's going to be reflex saves versus he makes his apparently.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
how about everybody else?
Yep.
And natural
I got
19.
mine.
All right.
Everybody has to make these?
Everyone within 10 feet of where it exploded.
Imagine around the walls probably offline effect.
So we get per the object's hardness.
For the object's hardness.
Which is
Yeah.
probably 5.
So I rolled a 2 plus 1 point per the object's hardness is how much
So,
damage
7.
everyone takes. If you make the save, it's halved, so it would be 3.
Facts.
I am down a quarter health.
I could have taken advantage. I came real close to taking action.
That's scary.
There you go.
I must have broke it real good.
You broke
Just saying. Just saying.
I'll sunder his horns next turn.
You cannot sunder natural
Yeah,
weapons.
you would know it. Boo!
Well, boo for horns. It'd be hard to sunder claws. You can break
You
hands.
just break his hands.
But that's a totally different check, I would think.
There's
All
a
right.
feat for it, kind of.
All right. So you have smashed into him, smashed that, and he has been thrown off balance from that. You, Kane, had something that your dwarf wanted to do when he finally stopped. He has stopped. That Sunder has stopped him directly in front of the fighter.
Yeah, I'm gonna snap a coin into him.
All right.
Aha!
11.
That is a 15?
15.
I think so.
All right. You are able to hit him.
There was a feat that, like, every time you sunder something, you can
Yeah.
trip
It resolves against touch AC.
Oh, you definitely hit him.
him. And you trip him. And you don't even take a knock for it.
Seems good.
Ah! For 8 points of damage.
That's a
8
big
points of
damage
damage.
for a coin.
Gold coins are a D8.
Damn. So is a platinum like a D10 then?
Yes.
Alright.
Plus
So go
1 for every 2 levels.
Yeah.
All right. So he has taken that damage and
Coin scatter.
and it is now his turn.
One's
Now wait,
It's like a
you
better
went-
magic spell.
you had something that you were waiting to do, and you wanted to do it.
I
So let's
wanted
go.
to move to this corner.
He just wants to get out of here.
I'll
Put it
move to
down.
that corner.
Thank you.
And now that he's stopped, how far away from the corner is he? Where I'm at?
Where you're at, you're probably about 5 feet from him.
Oh, 5 feet from. Oh, that's
No,
really
no,
good.
you'd have to be more than 10 feet because you didn't get hit with the shrapnel.
So I was
so-
around the corner, so I thought that would break line of effect either way.
So you are about 15 feet from him at the moment. Because these are 10-foot hallways.
Yes. How much space in the hallway is he taking up width-wise?
He's pretty big. He's a large creature, so he's not... You can move through it, but he's like 8-9 feet tall. He is a big bull man.
So he doesn't know I'm here yet, because I'm still stealth.
Right?
Did he fail his reflex save against the grease, by the way?
Yeah, that's why I started.
So he's prone too.
Well, there you go.
Okay, so I am going to try and slip behind him. I don't know if I need to make an acrobatics or anything for that.
It would be an acrobatics. Is that grease still in effect for that area?
Yeah, it's lasting for 1 round.
Okay, so this round it is still there.
That's weird.
Okay. So I didn't know if he didn't see me if that affected whether or not I have to acrobatics to avoid AOO.
You'd still have to acrobatics to avoid AOO because you are going to move past his space. Because he will see you if you do not acrobatics through.
No shadow dancers here, no sir.
Yeah.
You can't have shadow dancers this
He'll
early.
see me if I try to move through. We got
Shadow Dancer's vetoed from now.
Fine, I'll just find another way
Yeah, I'll
to
try
do
to see how it works. See if I can sneak past them.
I'll play a
slip
bunch of
past them.
inspired blades and trim
Oh wait,
laser
that'll break
combat
my
like
stealth
Joseph.
though. So never mind. I'm just gonna hit him. I'm just gonna go up to wherever the fighter is, stand next to him, and do a couple stabby stabs, 2-weapon fighting.
Yes, please
Okay.
distract him. Running away is a bad plan. I am very slow.
Who would with me to
You don't
this
have to
corner
run that
here?
fast, you just have to run
You
faster.
just have to outrun the old man.
Yeah.
I have hip dysplasia.
First one is 3.
I don't. Yes, no, I'm not. I'm only 66.
Oh jeez.
Like 25 for a dwarf.
7 plus 3, so 10.
You just feel old.
He's just raised by humans and he doesn't know.
How much was that?
He's a
10.
forlorn dwarf.
Prone character as
total.
well.
Yes.
Did
To
you?
hit.
Did you?
It gets prone, so I think it's what a minus.
Yeah, I keep
minus
minus
prone.
4 to hit.
So,
So,
you're
my- yeah.
behind him.
Yeah,
and
you hit.
hit him at
I
the
hit?
back.
No, I got around the corner.
Alright. So that is 1d6 plus an extra 2d6 if anyone has extra. Where did my other d6 go?
You want some D6? I got.
Yes.
I
Actually, you can't because I have that dice set. I'll get confused.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's not that much of a confusion. Make 2 groups
Do
of
you
Alright,
have
sets.
this
that'll
dice
work.
set?
He's got it.
Yeah. I had a D6. I don't know where it happened to go.
I didn't do it.
10, 13 plus. Yeah, no, that's it. Oh,
You have your dex.
yeah, I had my dex. So 13 plus 2.
13 plus 2, 15.
Wait,
Oh, okay.
that's 15, so yeah, that's 2.
Unchained.
Alright.
Yeah.
Did it like kamikaze to the ground?
There we go.
And then the second attack with the short sword.
You do have
Okay.
a 4-round action to do.
Oh, yeah, true, I moved. You're right.
So, you make your attack, do pretty good
Oh,
amount of
I would
damage.
have had more to hit then. Oh well.
Well, you got him.
Yeah, I got him anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Stuck it down, bull.
Well, your minus is if you have both weapons in hand. It doesn't matter if you
Oh,
attack with
really?
just one. Both have
Gotcha.
weapons in hand.
Okay. Good to know.
Daddy,
So,
can I please move to this corner?
It
I
is
think
now
we have
your
to
turn.
kill the Minotaur first.
What?
don't we?
it is now your turn. You can move away from the party if you want, but that is not necessarily the safest thing for you to do.
Alright, you hand me that other pin. Eddie.
Yep. Okay. So we're here. The rest of the party's here, and you're moving
I'm moving right.
to the dead end.
Okay. Anything
Alright.
else you want to do?
Before I do that,
How far did you move?
I moved from here to here.
Man, that table's shaking
That's a lot.
disastrously.
Yes, I don't know why it's shaking. I didn't push off of it.
This is part one on the rug.
No, it's just the table. So you can move to right here as most of your movement. Is that what you want to do?
It's a bunch of
Can
wizard
I
modern
move?
time reminding stuff.
Can I go back here too and move to this corner right here?
You can move to that corner, yes.
But before I do that, I want to get my bow out and shoot at its back arm.
You want to shoot at it.
Mechanically, that is a
Bad.
bad idea. Because it's prone, it gets a +4 to its AC.
He might roll well.
Don't know.
Always worth a
Let's
try.
find out. Do you want to get your bow out or not?
That's what he wants to do.
Yes.
You rolled a natural 18.
Natural
So-
18. All right.
What?
He could make Gideon run for his money. Come on, man. This is.
So it's a 14 before mods.
How much do I have plus to it?
Enough. Definitely hit him. Now you need to roll, let me see, for a small creature with your bow, it's a D4, I believe.
D4 and 2d6.
This
There you go.
and this.
Nope, just the D4.
These two. This is probably better sneak attack.
This is
Yep.
this.
That's your sneak attack.
A 5 and a 6.
11
Five
points
and
of
a
sneak
six.
attack damage.
Now roll your
A D4.
D4.
Roll your cough drop.
4.
For max
Oh.
damage.
4. So, 5 and a 6, and then a 4. So as the thing's starting to get up, you see it turn its head, and it goes,
Little tiny boy arrow, just David and Goliath. This Minotaur.
that's so.
There
There
you
you
didn't
go.
tell me anything.
My character's going to walk over to the corpse and see if there's anything on it.
I loosened
Hey,
it.
that's my job.
I'm just gonna turn back and mood and just nod.
So, alright, so Moon gets respect from other
Then I'm
fighters.
gonna pull
And you're going
shrapnel
to
out of
look-
my arm.
Loot the corpse, see if there's anything important on it.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, an axe.
I'm gonna get a pair of pliers and
Pad.
wedge that gold coin at his
Give me
head.
6 seconds.
Yeah, fair enough. We just mending it back.
So that will be part of it. While I loot the corpse, I'm going to mend the battle axe.
Can I go to the corpse, which is probably right around here?
No, the
it's
corpse is
right-
where we were.
Yeah, you don't need the second pen. We're just
It ran up to me.
you're
and
back
I
together now, so move the
thunder trumped its axe.
Go
Yeah.
ahead and
Can I loot it, please?
you can loot it with him. He's looting it.
What does it have it on?
As you both look over it, the corpse, the Minotaur's body seems to have a few things that might be considered valuable, The main thing was the battle axe, probably, that is now broken, but
Which is about
could
to
be
be
mended.
And it's not magic, so mending will do it.
You just stop for like 30
If
minutes,
it's
find
broken.
all the pieces, pull all the shards out of everyone's arms,
Destroy.
pass them
Even
back.
straight.
Just takes a long
Yep.
time.
They just don't restore magic properly.
I take all the swords in my backpack.
I mean, I can
So
leave
it's
it at
fixed.
1 hit point, but
Alright,
How,
so you find about,
does anybody know bending spells?
Yeah, you get
Yeah,
some
we're
of
doing
those.
it now.
hopefully.
he's fixing the battle axe. And so while you're fixing the battle axe, you also find about... It's like 10 gold pieces have been melted down, because you can still see some of the facial features of some kind of insignia on it, but it's kind of molded and squished together and quick melted into what's probably supposed to be an eye that is got an X on it.
Can I please take its horn? One of the horns?
Why are you so obsessed with taking wings from dead bodies, John?
You gotta have your trophies and kill. But
Play too much of The Witcher?
Can I take its horn and its tooth?
it'd take a while to get the horns off, probably. It'd be faster to chop the head off. Yeah. So,
No, I don't want to chop the head off. I just want the horn.
well,
You can just
good.
chop the horn.
I'm just gonna explode this skeleton.
Just sunder it.
Yeah, yeah.
Sunder the skull.
Okay.
Can you give me? Can I borrow that warhammer of yours?
Man, you can't
No.
lift that
No, you
warhammer.
can't even use the warhammer. You're not big enough. But he does cut off the horns, so the horns come off, or break off, more accurately. And you're able to get that off there.
So
Yeah.
what's
Two
the
things.
what's the insignia?
And can I also have its
The
tooth,
insignia, the
It's like
gold pieces have kind of been quick molded, quick welded together, like hot melded together, to make what looks to be kind of an eye that's got
like
an
the
X.
letter I.
No,
No, like
an eyeball.
An actual
with an
eye.
X over it.
Well, that's strong.
Can I please take a look at it?
Yeah, you can look at it. What do you want to look at it for?
He has puzzles, so I want him to see if there's
Runes on it?
Yeah.
Okay. As you look over the different coins, they seem to, that are melded in here, they seem to bear the same weird writing on the bits that you can see.
Okay. And is any of that, are any of those symbols unique to this area? Is that X match up with the similar
Chai.
X symbols, Chai, that we found?
Hey. It does not. It does not seem to match. I mean, it's all on the walls and stuff,
Mhm.
but it doesn't seem to match with something else you saw somewhere else. Or,
Maybe there's more to it though.
Can I roll, and potentially the Arcanist is going to assist on this, Arcana, History, and or Religion on this?
I can do any of those.
Yeah, it's like a detect magic.
I hit that monster good.
24?
Well, the only one I did well on is the Arcana, so I got 25 on that. The other ones I got,
Is it Arcana, History, and Religion?
yeah, I got it. And,
we're going to the house rule where you roll once for all the things.
Okay, so I'll re-roll then. Okay, that was a 19. So
I'm so disappointed.
No.
Okay, this was 19.
yeah.
Can I?
So that would be a 27 for Arcana, 27 for History, and a 24 for Religion.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, Religion's not trained, so... Sorry, no, it is trained, so 24, yeah.
There are religious iconography that use that eye. The blotted, the X'd out one. There's not a very common one that uses it in this particular, well, for lack of a better word, setting, meta-knowledge setting.
Can I skin some of the boar?
There's no
There
board.
was a boar.
The bull, you mean? No. You do not have time to skin a minotaur.
Just a little bit.
That's
Oh,
a
no.
sentient creature, boy.
Please don't, that's disgusting.
It is not disgusting. Other people do that. Hunters do it.
They skin sentient creatures.
They
Hunters
skin.
do that. That is, I know one. But he's not here right now, so it's
There you go.
Let me ask you something, little boy. If one of us were killed, would you skin us?
No.
What if we skinned you, Fox?
You're doing the same thing to another sentient creature.
You might make a nice lampshade, though.
Yeah.
And so begins Moon's fall to
It
evil.
puts the lotion on the skin.
Make a shoehorn out of your shin.
Alright.
Except
Make a
that was a
lampshade
minotaur.
out of your face.
Alright.
That was a minotaur.
Which is able to think.
It's a sentient
So-
creature, half bull, half man.
I do hand you a twig
Okay.
and be like, I think you may be able to use this better than I can.
Okay.
I was told it was a CLW one.
Fair enough.
I was told this was the happy stick.
I feel happy.
There you go.
This was the hug stick?
I used a lot of words and letters I only understand.
I don't think it's quite necessary to use it now, but
No.
if
Yeah.
time comes, it's better than going, who has the hug stick?
And on that note, I'm going to take a 4-round action to manifest my ice armor. Because there's minotaurs here and I'd like to have an armor class.
Okay. You guys take care of that. Continuing with what your knowledge arcana found.
Yep.
Your knowledge
Yeah.
found. The religion that you're most familiar with that uses that is usually one that is practiced mainly by certain giants and those that are of their ilk, that like Cyclops and future peering and divination and things like that. They usually do that, but they usually don't have the X over it. They usually have it crossed out. So that may be something, but it's not one you're familiar with at the moment.
Yeah, their sharp heads are amazing. I rolled 20 now.
So you
Well,
guys have defeated the Minotaur.
okay. If these are normally
Do we
objects,
press on now?
In a minute, rapacious one.
yeah. Well, we can walk and talk. If these objects are normally used in some sort of scrying or divination ritual, would it track that a similar object with like a crossed out iris could be used to prevent divination or scrying?
It's possible.
To hide you from such activity?
It is possible.
Perhaps a chimera trap.
Maybe
Detect magic, I guess, and actually concentrate to see what kind of.
Yeah, I will also do that and spellcraft to see if
Yeah.
It's
that
weird
makes
not having
sense.
detect magic.
So we'll aid one another.
The one with the
I got a 7 plus. I got a 15.
I got an 18. He
So-
aids, that'll be 20 modified.
So you find that the item itself does not radiate magic. You guys get a similar feeling, though, as far as when you're sensing magic, that the walls themselves, those little crystals inside and stuff like that, and the runes that have congregations of the crystals within them, are definitely magical in some way. But
Does anybody want to mine?
the symbol itself is not. It does
Okay.
not appear to be. It seems to be mainly a symbol of
That's a
perhaps
religious symbol of some description.
religious loyalty, something like that.
Hey, see, it's worth keeping. Unfortunately, not all these coins together, so I can't rocket them into a dude's face.
I'm ready to just do more
You
damage.
you just count up all the coins. You're like, da, 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 I'm going to do this much damage.
This will be 700 d8s of damage.
I just saw the magistrate for Magnamar.
Can you please?
All of it!
Yeah, I mean, you would obliterate 6,000 platinum,
600, there was 600 platinum.
600 platinum.
What if you're
6,000
playing in
gold.
Chinsha, where you have coins with the holes in the middle of them? Just put them on a ring.
Things like this, and then you could smash it.
Not that cool yet.
Alright.
3.
So do you guys continue on?
Like a shotgun shell full of quarters.
You could do that, can't you?
What I am going to do though, as we kind
It's
of
usually terrifying.
walk, is I want to do a detect magic on the walls, as you were mentioning, like try to discern what school of magic that could be.
Okay. So as you continue to walk, where do you want to walk to?
We're walking towards this corner there.
Is walking?
because we're the idea is that we're going to make it our way to the edge because that seems to be where the last symbol was.
Okay.
We want. I want.
So you want to go right about there, and you're trying to head to this.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Okay. You can do that. You guys to head that way, and go ahead and make me another perception check.
All of us?
Almost another natural 20.
This must be what our goals were for or something.
16.
20.
100s.
17.
Oh man.
And but which was another natural 17. Gideon rolls can do.
So, 17.
But
We're going to all touch your dice before we leave.
my dice. No touching.
17.
I'm gonna call Will Wheaton.
Is it 17
You
plus
met you're the
11?
Anti-Wheaton. But,
Is it
I thought that was
Is it
Talisman.
well, technically, Talisman's Golden Snitch
That's true.
was his magic dice. So.
Is it,
Anyway,
is
you
it
got your-
11 over 17? Is it 11? That is
no, your perception is a +6. So, the perceptions?
I have a 10.
22.
22?
20.
17, unfortunately.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you still rolled higher than me. Oh no.
Is that like
That's
when
what I
you
get for
roll
dumping all
one-
my skill points into 3 stats.
So,
You roll a one
You kind
on
of-
initiative and you still beat your
you
party.
guys kind of are walking, and you
Yeah, I'm rocking that +12.
see this very, very short creature going the opposite way of you as you guys start to turn going towards the edge. You see it going the other way, and he's kind of
I'm going to
I am going to get in sneak mode.
when I see him, I will cast message.
you'll cast message. Okay.
It's a fun cantrip.
It is.
Stop talking to strangers.
It's no good. You're bad for them. So,
Don't talk.
what do you want to? What do you say to this thing? You can kind of see somewhat. It's outside
So,
your light
the-
range. So,
He'll try first in common.
okay.
Because I'm using I know meta knowledge. You are using your goblin voice, but I am not going to use that common knowledge.
Okay.
And he's the whisper is going to end up being. Well, look at this lone creature here. Are you having fun in the labyrinth?
So you see it kind of stop. Looks around. Doesn't turn to you. Doesn't seem to understand what you said. It kind of turns around and sees the light from the torch and goes. And just starts running off the other way.
And I think it's a scared one.
Mm.
Trying to get its pack and come to us with its pack.
You can take all of them. We got this. We've got it down to a science. They'll fall over. They'll break their stuff.
We've got a lot of
Throw money.
experience with goblins. It's okay.
Help.
Where's Kane? Where's Alex when you need him?
That is Cat King.
When you have little dwarf goblins, your ankles are toast.
I don't know about that.
With
So-
your little great swords, your ankles are toast.
You continue to go towards the edge then?
I don't have any means of identifying what that was. Might as well.
I can
Yeah.
try to perception, see if I can see him a little bit better, because you said he was at the edge of the light, so that would be
Dim light.
dim light, so I do have low light vision.
I have dark vision, so I'm not sure if that would.
You can see him a bit farther then.
Would I have made out more details on him?
The pack. I'm gonna
With
go-
it being black and white? No.
Okay.
Not particularly.
Okay.
Seems kind
Just a
of
small creature.
very small creature, kind of warty and lumpy and big-eared.
No, yeah, go.
Yeah, I think I know what that is. It's that goblin type thing with sharp, raggedy teeth with big mouths.
Anything else? Continuing on to the edge
Can
then?
I
Might as well.
please move to this other corner? It's just a turn. It's just a turn. Can I please move to this corner over here?
If we get the age,
Or it's just yet. So you come there.
This is the gang, the one with the flat head. This
Okay.
circle one is the one with just one.
So as we're getting up to that corner, I'm gonna make an active perception to see if I hear. Well, my passive would actually be pretty good. My passive perception is at 25, so that helps.
Okay. That passive perception, when you pass that alcove there,
The alcove that we just went across.
the alcove that you just passed, that little bitty one in the wall there,
Yeah.
Right here.
it seems a bit odd to you.
I'm gonna stop, turn around, motion the others to follow,
Alright.
and I'm gonna look in that little alcove there.
Okay.
Power slide drift.
You kind of look
I'm a little ahead of the game.
in the alcove, and the symbols seem a bit off.
Do you enjoy dying?
No. But apologies to the viewers. The thing is out of batteries. So they'll see some of you, but there's no way to plug that up or charge that at the moment. So we're going to
Yeah,
continue.
surely, right?
I will have a map for everybody of the dungeon anyway up on the thing.
Okay, so they can see you and they can hear us, but they can't see us because that went out.
So I'm gonna
You could just turn
Ask
the webcam
the-
to face us.
smart guy,
They would see him.
the old timer. There's something going on with the symbols over here. Anything?
Huh?
You got anything on these? They look different. There's something different about them.
Something about the symbols.
The same calculus
Take a look at
all
the-
over the wall.
I'll take a look at the symbols.
I hate
Alright.
math.
Spellcraft?
It's funny because Kane actually complains about math. And
Spellcraft for this?
I do, because it's off 21,
Aid with a 17.
23.
Okay. It seems that the symbols, as you look at them, they kind of move up and down just slightly. And I don't know, folks, like when you look at one of those hologram little cards, as you move past it, it seems to shift and move just out of place.
I'm gonna disbelieve the wall.
Yeah.
You ever know when you look at a portrait in an old house and it's like, man, those eyes follow me around the room. It's just like that. Except they're inanimate. They don't even look like people. They're just like drawings on the wall.
Math.
Like if someone wrote the word butts and then the butts followed you around the room.
So I have a 20 of that. We'll say.
Do you ever have a dream of butts following you around the room?
Nope.
I had a dream about that last week.
So the image is shimmering. I
19
set my
to
water
display.
bottle on the ground.
Only an 11.
So
Okay.
that's
So everybody you guys disbelieve what's
So
on the
So-
wall.
Does I set my water skin on the ground? Does it wibble?
It does not.
Okay. That's not right. There's something wrong.
That's not right.
There you go.
So, yeah.
So, as Colin kind of reaches, as your character kind of reaches in and puts his hand in, the wall disappears, and there's an alcove there that has a. What did you roll?
Oh, that's what percentage dice is for.
It has a flower in it, just sitting there. It's a poppy flower.
I've seen Little Shop of Horrors.
It's a trap.
I've seen Beauty and the Beast. We just killed some prince dude and broke his axe.
There you go. Kill the
We
beast.
did. We've made
Kill the
that.
beast.
No one in the rooms probably like we do.
So you see it, and it's kind of just floating there, and there's this.
It's floating. Floating flower.
That's even more weird.
Are there petals at the bottom of
It's
this
actively
thing?
falling off.
There's no petals at the bottom. It looks freshly cut, and it smells wonderful. It smells just like a fresh poppy should. And above it, it has a circular symbol. Likely a religious one, but
I think I'd like to disbelieve this illusion as well.
10.
No, it's 14 actually.
You said it's under a glass cover?
no, it's not under a glass. It's just there. Don't interject things into the narrative, man.
Everybody
It's
came
not there.
through with the Beauty and the Beast / Princess Swan metaphors, and I got confused.
We didn't realize we actually
Alright.
scared off the little, like, animated clock guy.
You scared off Cogs.
Cogsworth is gone.
So, do you reach
Look
in
at
and
him.
take it?
I'm gonna first.
I'm not going to. I'm going to ask the smarter guys, like, is this thing safe?
Probably not. Let's touch it.
And I touch it and I take it
Same.
back.
You touch it and put your hand back? Just like that?
Yeah.
No,
Nothing seems to happen.
see?
I don't want it yet. It needs to be refined first.
I don't. What?
No, because it's a poppy flower. I get it.
It
Hi.
is drugs.
Poppy
I
flower.
thought it was a rose, man. The whole Beauty and the Beast thing going.
See, I told you.
Same point.
Maybe it's a save point. Do you think it's a save
Or
point?
maybe it's a thing.
Is that what Adam was hinting at?
Right,
Adam needs a bathroom break.
No.
I eat the flower, and it goes, "Brrr," and then we can rest here.
You start throwing fireballs.
I guess I'll pick up the flower.
Alright. It seems to leave your hand and return to the sconce.
I'm gonna do a knowledge check, Arcana religion for this specifically for the symbol of religion, but Arcana on that thing itself. So that is a modified 20 for Arcana and 17 for religion.
You know that the symbol probably is for a deity of some kind of agricultural or natural blessing, but it's alien to what you've known for, like a Rast Hill or another deity from the Pathfinder setting.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a fight before we get up there.
Who knows?
Good thinking,
I
child.
know.
Is there a bunch of ammo and health packs on the ground?
So, anybody else want to do anything with it?
Can I move up to this?
You can, but it would be
To
bad
this.
because you have friends. Help your friends instead of running away from your friends.
Can I
Foxchild.
move up to this?
What
Put it down.
To this corner.
Put it down.
I don't know if I'd go with strap.
These random people who are passed out together.
So, anybody else do anything with the poppy flower?
Strange blackout mates.
I can't really. I've done only can. I'll see how it reacts to being cold.
Detect magic.
It is very magic.
Looking for school.
Does the circle above it match any of the symbols?
The circle above it does not match any of the symbols. It seems to have some sort of title or name there.
What does it say?
Don't know.
I don't speak the
Does someone
language.
have linguistics? I can decipher it.
What language is it?
Well, we probably don't understand it. It's all Greek to us.
24.
24. You can start to make a little sense of what it is. You can't fully translate it, that's for sure.
Mhm.
But you start to see it.
This requires further study.
Stay and listen.
Thanks, Dick. Well,
I knew it was a reference to something, I just don't know what.
I wish you could just
So-
want this flower. I really can.
You both.
Somebody could try to bite it.
Let's eat the flower.
So you've.
Detect magic does it detect school, if I can.
Didn't you say you were gonna see if it?
If it reacted to cold, yeah. It probably
You.
doesn't do a whole lot much though. Just kind of like freeze the air around it. See
So
if-
you freeze the air around it. You know that would probably most likely cause some withering at some point,
Mhm.
or things along those lines. But it doesn't seem to touch the quality of the flower.
Okay.
Maybe it's an enchanted flower that they
Fair enough.
just put in there so they could get to speak there, I guess.
But
It's a
why?
red herring!
Yeah. It's like backwater. What do I don't know what to do.
Oh, did we ever get a school on that?
Doesn't seem to radiate a specific school. It
Very
seems to
odd.
have a more. It is not arcane. You can
It's-
tell it's not arcane. It's more divine.
Right.
Is it just kind of just float in the air there? Right, there's nothing it's sitting on. Okay, I'm gonna reach up and touch the symbol on it, see what happens. See if there's anything like I can twist, turn.
You don't see. You kind of fiddle with the symbol. It doesn't seem to twist or turn or anything like that.
What did that symbol look like?
Like an agricultural deity of some kind.
No, the symbol, like what
Yeah.
shape physically?
What shape physically?
Yes.
None of those shapes. Like an actual sigil of a deity.
Oh, okay, I was wondering if it was happened to be eye-shaped like the melted gold coins we got.
It is not that.
Mm.
Well, does it? What shape is it? Or is it even shape?
Looks
The
like
symbol?
Future's Farm of America.
The symbol is a circle. And then it has the different agricultural things inside of it.
Oh, gotcha. So it's not like a. Okay. And you were missing something from somewhere else in the.
I haven't
Labyrinth.
actually used magic device.
I'll
give it a go.
Are we gonna move up forward? Or?
We're gonna figure out what this does first. It probably is a red herring. We're gonna use magic device check. It's a 15. I don't know if it's even a magic device. I'm just gonna try to like activate the flower, activate up here, see if anything goes off.
Okay. So you specifically try to focus on using a device that is magical, focusing in that type of intention. And it seems to come out with your hand when you grab it,
Okay.
rather than staying floating there. And as it does, you feel yourself feel a bit better. You feel like if you had any problems, that it may have done something about it.
Like
Can I hold
like
it,
damage.
please? Like,
Because I have 3 damage on me from somebody breaking axes.
Well, you don't know more.
Aha! I did it.
let's take the flower with us for a health thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Just make a flower basket or something.
And it smells lovely, and when you use the device, you smell lovely. You smell like a fresh poppy.
Wait.
I'd like to use magic device on the kineticist.
Dad,
I'm just gonna go.
I touch it.
You touch it, it does not seem to react to you.
You, I might try to do, but we'll pass it over to. I don't even know who I'm gonna partner with.
I'm gonna
We
try
have
to
no introduction. This is more
use it as a magic device.
man with hammer. Same Sarn that I put
Okay.
together.
24.
And the same Sarn
So
that I
as
put
you
together.
try to,
Definitely.
as he tries to pass it on to you, you grab it.
But it doesn't have the same effect.
You grab it, and it seems to almost like fade from your hand and go back to him.
It's your
It
destiny.
was bind on pickup.
My destiny is.
Alright,
sure.
You're a
It
flower.
was somebody's destiny.
Just tuck it back. Weep in a robe there.
There you go.
You
The garden
are
with
a
winter.
flower god.
Flower god.
Your winter garden.
The god of ice and flowers. Now I can be a phytokineticist, which I thought about doing so I could do razor leaf, but
Yes, Bulbasaur.
You have to talk like this.
I'm gonna do that kineticist thing. Remember.
I mean, Snivy is a thing.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
my second element.
Maybe you could
This
do
character
ice razor leaf.
is sweet.
Alright.
I kind of
Alright,
do now.
I think we should move
Continue
on.
on.
Let's move forward.
Let's
Okay.
move forward. Okay, where do we move? Where do you want to move?
No, we'll keep moving towards that area.
Keep moving towards here, right?
You can. You continue to move towards the edge.
Yeah.
Let's say we
Okay.
move right here to that corner.
So how far do you want to get?
How about right here?
Well, it's to that small sort of alcove-ish room.
Right in here.
Yeah, basically, yeah, and see if there's anything going on.
All right. So you come to this. You come to this edge right here, or right about there. Roll me another perception check as you come around those areas.
Alright, that's a good enough, or do I need to roll?
18.
Your pass is if you want to
Yes,
run with
roll
your
that.
passive. So
Yeah, I'll run with the passive.
16?
16 plus what?
6?
Plus 6. Plus 6. We're going to. And then what was everybody else's?
22?
18.
25.
11 for me.
18.
18.
I got 22.
So- Yes, I heard you. People are scooting away from the table.
Dungeon.
Yeah, guys.
Um,
It's almost like we do this
Oh,
on
the
roll
camera
playing
was
games.
dead.
And we have a new camera now, so we have to reset it.
Oh, it switched it around. That's what he did. I get it now.
So you guys continue. You start to hear a kind of clang, 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 clang.
I wasn't sure if you were trying to do that like in time or something.
No.
Okay.
You hear metal clanging, and it seems to be coming from. That's not a soda addy. That's not a soda.
what?
That's alcohol.
Innocence is bliss.
Addy, you can have a root beer if you want one.
It's in the cardboard on the bottom of the fridge. You have to open it. My own personal beer runner, though.
And that's going on YouTube's.
That's on the YouTubes.
How much of this are you gonna edit?
No,
No, I'll just edit it there.
I got the audio, so that's what's important.
Alright, I'm gonna stealth it up. Stick in.
Stealth
I'll
it.
make sure to stay 30 feet away from him, and I really regret having max ranks and stealth on a kinetic assist.
Yeah.
You can do it.
I could.
That is a 29.
29 now, alright? So you hear this clang, clang, clang. You're not sure where it's coming from. It's like it's coming from out in the darkness, because you can see that the circular whatever you're on ends. It's there's a sheer spot.
Is it a sheer drop?
You haven't really explored the full edge to look, but
Okay.
you would think that there's a drop of some kind over there.
If I don't hear him like immediately get attacked, I'll go join him.
Okay.
So
The clang, 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 clang.
Where is the party?
Right there.
right here, man, St. Charles, Missouri.
Can you hear me?
Right there, they're about 30 feet from the edge or something along those lines. 30 feet.
So the clanging, is it coming down from the hallway, or is it coming from into the darkness?
It seems to be coming from the edge.
From the edge?
Mm-hmm.
Can I
So what's on the
please go
other side
to
of it?
here? Can I please go into this part right here?
There's no pathway to that.
Yeah.
See, there is.
That's
right
bad cutting.
there.
You don't know. You want to go and try and do that?
Yes.
What's on like the
You go
edge?
to the edge.
Like over here.
You go to the edge. You go to the edge. And
Before he does that, I think I'm gonna grab something, I don't know what, a piece of rubble,
Actually-
and toss it out there, see what happens.
Actually,
piece of
I
rubble?
could go this way and go down.
If that is 10-foot pole, I'd use that.
Yeah, reach weapon, you use that.
okay.
Every adventure party needs a 10-foot pole.
Here, my soda on top of the fridge. My soda on top of the fridge.
Run, King. Run.
The only speed I got.
He is
So-
truly a dwarf.
20 foot move speed.
Except for what's like, there's an edge and then there's like some kind of drop.
Those cans of Pringles attracted a train of ants.
Oh, did they?
I was gonna go eat one and then it was just covered.
Well, you can
Oh,
eat ants.
no, no!
They're not going to hurt you.
Half a pound is more protein than cattle.
So,
Alright,
you.
you're getting a pound of ants, alright?
Give me the Pringles, they'll come to me.
So, Moon goes over to look and check the edge. And, well, went a bit closer than I expected, so he goes over and checks the clang in the edge, and it all happens really fast. But,
No, I wanted to get away from it.
No, it sounds like you're there, man.
You gotta get to the edge to get to where you want to be. You can't just, like...
Not yet, give yourself
Not
a
yet.
couple
So I can.
levels.
so, you go over to the edge to try and shimmy around, and do that. As you're coming to the edge, you hear the clanging and you see, and when you get to the edge, you see crawling on the edge, walking is a cage that is got chains for legs, and it tries to grab you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, good.
God.
We'll see if you dodge.
You can't just declare dodge. It's not 3.5. You don't have
I
to do that
declare
anymore.
dodge.
Not 5th edition.
So it tries to grab you, but it does not succeed. So you see, everybody sees these chains kind of wrap up and try to grab the Kitsune boy, but they miss.
And I want to head back to the party now. And I.
Now you go back to us. Now that something's shaking.
Run away!
I see what
Brave, 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 brave survivor.
Just one I'd like to attempt to grapple check against Kitsune.
It's,
Then move to pin.
We'll keep it in the
Then move to
inventory.
tie him up. Tie the other end to me. Stay.
there. Well, unfortunately,
We're in combat now.
because we are in combat. Let's go ahead. We didn't do it last combat. Let's get initiative rolls so we can just keep them for the rest of the night.
I have 12.
I don't like-
Jesus.
19
Fastest Arcanist this side of Mississippi.
19.
18.
plus
You're real twitchy nowadays.
Yeah, I guess so.
1.
I see.
24.
Nice.
We
Mod.
survived. It's
9.
Yeah, that's right.
Kids and their familiars that are good.
All right. So
Who says
let me see. I
16?
got Adonijah's. I got Kane's.
24.
24
Should have brought mine.
for Greg. Adam?
24 minus.
24.
24 minus what?
He's got a lower dex.
Oh, okay. Got it. I have 12.
18.
What do I add to my 19?
I know what you had.
What do I add to my really high number that passed through?
Yep.
Yeah, but he didn't crit it.
Fair.
What was yours, Colin?
18.
Some of this.
18.
Oh,
And
you
then
Nice.
Tommy.
12.
I'm a fighter.
All
He
right.
frankly still went third.
Yeah, I have reactionary and I have my plus
Plus your dex.
plus my dex. Yeah.
Got improved initiative, familiar, and reaction.
All right. So you guys
No, I
see
don't have
these chain tendril things start to climb. It doesn't look like it's trying to pull itself up. It looks like it's just walking up the edge of that cliff and just walking onto this, like a regular step. So it comes and it is at the edge now. What do you want to do? Actually, Adonijah goes first. So what do you want to do?
Run down the nearest hallway. Try to find the next encounter and bring it back to us.
No, I
And he'll
want to.
misfortune and I'll make it trip and he'll break it.
Why do I feel like we're the power leveling the kid as in WoW?
Yeah.
We're just gonna train all these guys.
Don't run out in front of us. Do you not understand how macro works?
Did you win the axe?
Yep.
I get it.
You
Yes.
are way too small to swing it at anything.
I know.
I believe in his nig 8. Yeah.
He's got an 8, so
You
yeah.
got this. So nig 9.
Maybe too heavy, but I can
It's
just
how
drag
you
it and just
learn.
swing it at the ground.
That's how you learn to
Like,
take that barbarian role.
Hey,
Kids ain't
what
barbarians.
do you want to do?
what?
What do you want to do? Good intimidate and stuff.
I take my sword out, I guess.
Okay. You take your
Because
sword out today?
there is
Frank
no
Butler,
way
Lucky
a bow
Duck,
could break through metal.
Don't know. It's up to you to try. What do you
Oh,
want to
wait.
do?
I know what I'll do. Scrape the bow. I can scrape the air sword. Go-
You want to get your
Okay.
sword out?
No, I'll get my arrow. I'll get 4 arrows and just start smacking it into the ground with one of its chains and go.
It's not a wise idea.
So,
You're
that
better
one.
off with a great axe.
So, what would you want to do? You want to pull out your bow then, you're saying?
I'm gonna pull out out my bow and start shooting and trying to stab things into the ground.
Okay, so you want to shoot the arrows to try and pin it to the ground. I understand what you're saying. Go ahead and make your check.
Pin it to the ground.
He wants to go over to the fridge and get
I appreciate the
Get
point.
out.
What?
You missed that.
What's the roll?
9.
9 plus what your bonus is. So that does not hit, unfortunately. It seems to ting off of the metal, so it does not seem to hit hard enough.
It's not as strong as you said.
Now it is Kane's turn.
It is me!
Harry Silversmith.
Yes, and his hands have been in his robes up until now, and there's a shiny chromium coin dancing across his old weathered knuckles.
Did he have like age cast on him or something?
Yes!
That must
Yeah, I
be.
went through that trap in Mummy's Mask that makes you real old!
There you go. So,
He also used to be a card shark back in Brazil. He got a equipment with coins.
Never seen a guy stack them so quickly.
And then throw them at some dude for lethal damage.
Yeah! That's why nobody tries to short me the gambling table, because I just flick one of those chips right through your forehead.
so what you want to do? Shoot the coin.
Oh, no, that's bad!
You can't shoot a coin at it, it'll just go through it.
Let's put that down. I'm gonna ping a platinum coin at it.
Okay.
If he does that, it'll just go through his bars.
Not necessarily, man. It's an animated object.
It's a video game. Anything's possible.
Oh, this is 17. Plus 5, 22 versus touch AC, and it ignores hardness because it's a platinum coin.
Oh. So how much damage are we looking at then?
That's a D10 plus 1. Please don't roll a 1, I'll be very sad. Oh no.
What was it?
I got excited.
That looks like a.
It's a 7 on the floor.
No, it's got to be on the table.
Damn it!
Give him the rolling box.
Ah!
That's
It's
it.
9!
9 plus. All right. There you go. 10 damage.
Telekinesis.
9? Well, the one I played for
Does
like
it
a
cut
session,
through
you
one
said
with
pockets full of
bars?
sand. Which is sand plants, pockets
Sand.
Like,
Lovely.
These slim bullets. They're like free.
Yep.
That means that it is now Greg's
We
turn.
found a bunch of plants I didn't too.
Quick question is, does this appear to be a construct?
Okay, pain.
It appears to be. You would guess so.
You're wrong.
Okay. Then,
I didn't buy them, I just found them.
if that is the
If
case,
these are loose, I can.
yeah, because it's because it's likely a construct that doesn't have a mind, he's going to cast web.
Web. Okay.
So he's going to try to keep it so that the Kitsune is not in the web itself, so it just appearing just past him, using the walls as anchors for the web. So that would be a reflex DC of 16.
Natural 1.
We did it.
It is now webbed.
It means I
When?
don't have to use the slick. I can do a different thing. Yes.
All right.
So,
is it my turn?
Not yet.
You just went. I know you're not used to having 5 other party members.
5 minutes ago.
This isn't high level.
so yeah, now it is grapple, and yeah,
It's grapple.
It is grapple.
It's got to make safety and move and all that type of stuff it needs to.
He's not.
All right. That means
attack.
it is Adam's turn.
Do we know, is it an animated object or a construct?
Adam's turn.
You would expect that it is. You would suspect that it's a construct of some kind of automaton. You can make a check for sure, but that's your suspicion.
I can't.
Because magic wizards do weird things, and most of the time they bring items to life. So
Because the only reason I ask is because, like, mechanically, you can sunder an animated object. You cannot sunder a construct.
technically, this would count as a construct.
Okay. So then I have to go just hit it. Unless I can sunder a chain.
I believe those would count as natural weapons.
Okay. No, that is. No, maybe not. That's 24.
24 to hit?
Yes.
Does hit.
And then that's all the damage. 13
13.
from 10 feet out.
Okay.
Oh, you're 10 feet away, you got reach?
Yeah.
Nice.
So he can hit
Yeah, through the
I
web.
would imagine that it can hit me.
Right.
I'm just clarifying.
That's a fair assumption.
I know we spent like 30 minutes in organic trying to figure out what it does. Is versus range attacks. Now I don't remember.
Considering I played a game yesterday, there was an ooze that had a 20-foot reach.
Seems good.
10 feet is cover, 20 like greater than
Farther than
10
10
feet
is I
is
can't hit it.
total cover.
Whose turn is it?
I think it's the bad dudes.
So now, it is... And it is... the cages. The cage is going to break grapple. And it succeeds. Wait. What's the CMB it needs to be? CMB it needs to be?
Sorry, just give me 1 second here to pull those up.
The same as the DC as well.
Yeah, I think actually it should be on. Do combat moves, escape, IRS, check standard against the DC of the spell. So yeah, 16.
16? It does not succeed then.
Nice!
It's still stuck and it can't move. So that's its turn.
I don't think it does.
No, not to
it-
sort of that.
That's right, because you get grapple or improved grapple when you're grappled.
So, unless you have improved grapple, because then, unless you have greater grapple, because then greater grapple lets you AOO even when you're not supposed to AOO.
Right, but
Okay,
like
now.
breaking the grapple, even though it is a grapple combat maneuver, it gives you improved grapple so you do not provoke.
Oh yeah, I understand what you're saying. All right, so now that was its turn. It is now. Oh, Colin should have actually gone before that. So Colin, you go.
Okay.
Just use an apple.
You do get
This thing is
you do get a +5 to maintain.
stuck. Am I close enough to hit it without moving? Can I full attack it?
You, from where you are, yes, you could full attack it. It was caught on the edge, so you don't. It doesn't have cover against you.
You know, this seems like a bad idea. But against my better judgment, I'm gonna pop out of stealth and full attack it.
I'm gonna get inside the cage and begin to dance.
Can't hit me here! I've got cover from these bars! Vomits you out the front.
Yeah.
Okay, so first one is the rapier.
Feels bad.
Yeah, that's a 6.
6, okay.
I don't think the grappling condition hurts it that bad.
Yeah.
God, can you imagine?
Next is the short sword. For a natural 1.
I'll lean to the left.
I knew this was a bad idea.
There you go.
What is this? It's always a bad idea.
Roll the confirm.
No, we're not doing anything special this time because I'm still not.
The protagonist
Clear
is
in my
mean.
mind.
The meta's not that mean.
The meta's.
No
There.
argument. Yeah.
Should have brought my dex.
So, it's all done.
That's all I can do.
Okay, that means we are to Sub-Zero.
Alrighty.
Should take deadly details.
It's kind of the character's name is Shuang Jin, but I'm gonna
Well, y'all don't talk to each other.
We don't. We're in a random place. We don't like each other. There's a kid.
I didn't say that. I just said we hadn't introduced each other.
I guess I'm gonna.
When you're trying to survive, there's not usually time for such introductions.
Well, just scream it when you attack.
Against my name.
My name is. Remember me.
I could try.
Have you not? Okay, other than the other Canadian in the room, if you've seen Cube, Hypercube, and what have you,
Yeah.
none of them really introduced themselves.
Nope. They should. Because then we'd be less likely to cannibalize each other.
I should slick him, but I'm gonna throw a ball of ice at him instead because I won't be able to do that once this one shot. You just kind of Kamehameha. So it's a 17.
That
So
would
you
hit.
can go like, your ice beam gets ready and you're like,
Looking for a second D6, there's not one on the table. 12 damage.
12 damage.
It's a Kamehameha. I don't know, I'm picturing like
basically,
Johnny Cage's weird like.
Or, no, it's the Sub-Zero ice sphere.
so basically you get your ice beam ready and you're like, ding.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Pretty much.
I think about aiming at the ground and then I realize there's a child who get killed, so I turn it up a little bit. And that would do it.
All right. This thing
recharge
seems
for sure.
very, very damaged. As we
That was
come
piercing
back.
damage also for like his DR.
Okay.
If applicable.
Okie dokie.
I didn't play a lot of Mortal Kombat. I just remember Cage's like ectoplasm ball.
Mortal Kombat. It is now Moon's turn.
I get my sword
like
out,
a little Easter
and
egg
I try
that
to
nobody's
not,
supposed to
and
find
I
out because they're not
get my
mentioned
sword
at
ready,
all.
and I want to
And
slice
it's all
one of
on
his
fire in about the
chains.
first 30 minutes.
All right. So you use a move action to draw your sword
in their promos.
as you come forward.
And I want to whack one of its chains off.
That was awesome.
What's the result?
2.
A 2. Plus your +1. You now have a +1 because you're on
3.
So 3. You do not hit it with a 3. Your blade just whoosh, cuts into some of the web and it gets kind of pulled and stuck. So you have to pull it out and it's like,
You're rolling almost as bad as me right now.
Yep.
At least I got better than you.
On the roll.
You're
Not with mods.
I got better than him last turn.
Yeah, it's not a competition. It is a cooperative.
It is a co-op
True.
game.
Friendly
So-
competition.
Yeah.
So, you guys go ahead and now it is Greg's turn. So what does...
So it's still stuck in the web.
What did you do?
Misfortune, I'm on even prone to trivialize yet another
Have I
combat.
gone?
He goes first, does he not?
Yeah.
Doesn't it go
24,
I go right after Eddie.
It goes Adonijah. Oh yes, you are correct.
We skipped
You are correct. So,
Alright, here's the last coin. This one's gold. It's aiming for I don't know how much I know of animated objects, but I'm assuming
about-
there's some like
are you gonna
carved
go
symmetry in
first?
there. He's gonna try and score it off with the gold coin.
Does it consume the coin to do that?
It does.
Kind of.
Why I'm not using platinum all the time. Too expensive. Only sort of made of money. Ah! That's pretty good. It's a 21. Touch AC.
21, that hits.
Nice.
Ah! How the
Infinite.
it explodes! 9 points of damage!
9
Max!
points of damage. Does this one overcome the...
Yeah, it does not
hardness?
become hardness, it's just a masterwork weapon.
Alright. So it seems to still be functioning, though you can definitely tell that it's now kind of moving kind of
You can tell
Crickety.
it's starting a dubstep.
whatever.
Yeah, the resounding sound of a coin shot at the speed of light at somebody. Well, that's a little too fast. Speed of sound.
Yeah.
Speed of light, it starts getting into like infinite mass and
Yeah.
voodoo science that
Your voodoo science getting thrown at my robot!
Time
Yeah,
dilation,
something was
spatial
moving at
contraction,
the
all that
speed of
fun stuff.
light.
Sure.
Everything would be in slow motion.
It's like Quicksilver from video games.
Alright.
Like,
Now it's great.
and it's
Yep.
like,
So, because this thing specifically basically negates almost all of my abilities, I am actually going
Objects
to.
are real good against you.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm
I'll
going
remember
to.
that for Waco.
I mean, shit.
Oh, yeah, objects like constructs.
Skeletal scorpion thing is going to be real difficult.
It's a mind altering effect.
Evil Eye then.
It's a mind altering effect.
One of them isn't.
They both are. As for the rulebook.
Yeah.
EC Bummer.
Misfortune might not be.
Let me double check, but
I mean, it's a will save, but that doesn't mean.
no, I know Evil Eye says it's a. I know for a fact Evil Eye says it's.
Yeah.
It is.
I know one of them is not. I don't remember which one. I think it's Misfortune because Misfortune is a luck effect.
Okay, that's fair. You know what? Yeah, let's try Misfortune on it.
Alright.
DC 17. Will save.
It rolls an 18.
So
So you cast Misfortune, and again, it's like every time we try to do this thing, not the best one for you.
You could say it's unfortunate.
It's an unfortunate curse for you. So it seems to ping off.
Do you get it for a round?
Misfortune.
Are you high enough level that it automatically goes?
that's Misfortune only negates it. You can't make it go on automatically. That Evil Eye goes on automatically, but it's my own free.
So that is Griggs. Now we are at Collins. No, Adams. Adams.
Other Adams.
I'm just smacking the face. Nope.
Nope.
Well, you can at least tell us the total. Jesus.
The total is a 7.
There we go. It is a nope.
That was a 2.
That was a 1.
That was a 1.
Alright, I'm gonna full attack again.
Okay.
Hopefully I have better luck.
That's an instant no.
You got this. Yeah.
Plus 3, so 14 for the first one.
14 grappled. Yes, does hit.
Woo!
At least that's.
You can sneak into constructs, can't you?
Yes,
But I wasn't. I already came out of stealth to attack it.
It's
once
grappled
before.
that doesn't have
But
the
it's
stealth
not.
bonus.
Doesn't have the explosive bonus. Yeah.
Gotcha.
You need another D6.
Yeah, I need another. I need 3d6.
Where did that other one go?
Oh,
On the
yeah,
ground.
right here.
You threw it on the ground.
Thanks, but I already got him. I appreciate it though.
1,
8.
4, 3.
So, 8, and then then 2 for the modifier,
10 damage.
so 10 damage.
So we can't.
10 damage. You seem to smack it hard enough, and as you do, it tears the web, and the creature in its death throes, not a creature, but the thing in its death throes goes, and it grinds against its own gears, and it kind of falls backward. As it falls backward, you notice that it simply falls against the side of the thing. Falls against the edge.
Now we know where the other map comes from.
Well, I was gonna try to grease it and see if it could follow its death, but nope. Gravity.
Gravity.
Funky gravity.
Funky gravity. All right.
Well, to be clear, it falls what should be over the edge, but it simply stays on the edge. It's not grabbing it, it's not holding it, and the web is too weak to make it stay there.
I will go to the edge and. My reflex save is good if this turns out really badly. I'm just gonna try to walk over and see what happens. See if I
Just walk over and
As you-
just
I'm
start
not sure
working
what
on it.
kind of reflex save you're gonna make to avoid falling headfirst into
I'm
the
going
wall.
to step over. Nope.
yeah, pretty much.
Well, you get that sensation as you look at the edge and you put yourself in the mindset to do it. You kind of put your foot over, and everybody's kind of watching you like,
Really?
might What?
Hey, dude, he's gonna kill himself. I mean,
Hey,
he's
I'm
mad
just gonna cast message.
Yeah.
What even are you? Off we go.
He's an inspector.
So you kind of
Neutral evil witch who wants to
and let it
just
tip
seal
over, and you get that sensation of when you're falling, but you feel yourself almost pick up, but you stay, and you are now walking on the edge of this thing. And as you walk on the edge, you see that there's about maybe 15, 20 foot ledge that you're walking on. It seems to go all around. It doesn't have any walls on that side.
Nice.
Top and
You
bottom.
look this way, you look that way. And you're walking on the edge of what would essentially seem
So
to
he
be
can literally do what he was talking about doing before and get to that one little corner.
a coin. You're on the side of a D2.
That's the most meta thing a GM has ever told me.
There you go. So you're on the side of the D. It's got a ridge. So I suppose if you
can
flipped the coin
balance
and
it.
landed on the ridge,
We're walking on the
Um.
movie Inception.
It's possible.
Either that or Dark City.
That too.
Or
Because I don't watch movies, as everyone's table knows.
Whose turn is it?
Doctor
So-
Strange.
Comments over my head.
essentially
Whose turn is it?
the party, or at least one member of the party, is now here.
Mind blown.
That's super tricky.
So there you guys go. You made it.
We've got enough
You guys
D6, we
can
can
play
brace
with
it.
You guys can play with it. But that's where you are.
Alright, so I'm gonna look over like the other side and see what I see. The perception is a 12. Right?
Wasn't there a room thing we were gonna try to go
Hey,
to on
wait.
this side somewhere?
There's another.
Is that
Oh boy.
No, not this one, I thought.
It's this one and this one.
Possibly
Are they the
not.
same
Kate,
one?
Possibly not.
The same sector?
So
Y'all fall off the side of the coin.
Well,
Thank you for tuning in.
so when he's not dead, I'm
I like the air quotes. Not dead.
gonna walk over there and try and, knowing what the map is supposed to look like, try and like survival or perception to see where it is.
Whoa, you're not dead.
I don't know.
Okay, so we're
So-
currently in that one, and we need to
Go
go
ahead.
into that one.
28.
I walk off the edge.
you definitely can kind of look at the spot where you are here, and you can definitely look over at the walls that they're starting to form, and you can pinpoint where you are on the map. And you can tell you're not far from a partnered circular opening in the labyrinth.
So here's a weird thought. Let me make a quick perception check. I'm gonna see if
Like right there.
it's a
I
pretty good.
Can I come?
25. I want to see if like the two coins can rotate somehow together. Like if perhaps there's a groove in the middle or anything of that nature. Maybe get on one side and like push down with my foot a little bit.
Okay, so
See if
as
maybe
you're
we can align them.
as you start to look around and things like that, you definitely see that this is solid stone. That there's no shifting or moving that's going on aside from perhaps some kind of magical movement that might happen that would make these things change.
Alright.
And you also, with that perception, you kind of look around and you look up, and since this portion doesn't have the high walls, they go sometimes 100 feet in the air, sometimes 80, sometimes more or less in between those things. It doesn't have that. You have a clear view of what the air of this place might look like. And as you look up, you see a red light starting to come out of a cloud. This huge dark cloud that seems to be the darkness itself. And you see shapes up there. you see polyhedral shapes floating in space as you look up.
We're gonna be attacked by Modrons.
Attacked by the meta.
We're gonna be attacked by these things.
By Red Eyes Black Dragon without his wings? I hope not.
And as you look up, those
We're gonna be attacked with
that
an
red.
alien
that red and those dark shapes floating there, there's a pyramid. There's an octagonal shifting shape. There's all different types of shapes in there, all polyhedral shapes, and moving across that space in at a size that boggles your mind. You see a gigantic minotaur move across the red and further into the black.
I don't think I can grease that.
I figured we could use some props on the table.
Props!
For the polyhedral.
You see a D20, you see a D10, all floating in space.
Oh boy.
We're floating in space?
Yep. The
Kind
D2.
of.
The
We're
D2.
Muppets in space.
Wait, how are we getting space?
I don't know, man! You just showed up here!
Yeah.
We're actually in the midst of being thrown by an aggravated player.
Which is the Minotaur.
The coin.
Kineticist, stop stupid!
Maybe that big minotaur put us here.
Who knows?
Who uses
But-
D2s?
No one.
You know, if
Animate
my character picks up on the fact that it's a D2, just because it's meta and funny.
You know, I know a guy who'd love this. It'd be the perfect thing for him.
Batman?
Harvey.
There you go.
So
Yeah, but once
I
that's
will
not
lean
correct.
back until gravity resets myself. I'll just. You guys should see this.
Yeah,
It's pretty
I'm
dope.
looking at it. We're both on the side.
And we're like,
You walked off, and I thought, oh no, he's dead. That's a shame. But then you weren't dead, so I was like, I gotta see this.
Here, hold my beer.
All the greatest stories start like that.
I'm like, you, I can teleport, so I figured I wouldn't have to make a reflex save. I could just move back. I was gonna say something before you stepped over the edge, but you were like, action favors the bold, and you were gone before I could interject.
You kids in your dimensional.
So what about that big room
and
right there?
I'm already with him right now.
So,
This is how
And
the
I'm seeing all
maps
that.
align-ish, because we're here and here.
Okay,
Okay.
so basically we're right
I'm wondering
around
about
over
that
there
room
somewhere.
right there that we
Sure,
couldn't
yeah.
get to unless we walked on the edge. Maybe there's a room there because it's still
Now,
in the
okay,
sector kind of.
so
When the
just
room-
out of curiosity, because we're at the edge, and I see a solid line drawn around this thing. Do the walls around the edge here, are they similar to the walls elsewhere? Are they as tall?
the wall is clean.
No, like so what I mean is, like, I know that there's no walls along the edge, but if we were to say go along the edge here and try to go up here into this alcove here, is there a wall preventing that, or okay?
It is a completely three-dimensional space to walk.
Alright.
We're probably in this big sphere that looks like a world, but it's not. And it's
Looks
we're
like a
in this-
space.
we're
We're
in
in
this
someone.
big
You're in a pocket dimension within a pocket dimension within a pocket. No.
You ever played the Super Smash Brothers? 'Cause that's what we're doing.
I told you we were in a hypercube.
Hypercube.
All right.
Maybe we're in a cube that has
Or
4
a paper coin.
5 dimensions.
So it's a one shot. There's not that many dimensions.
Can we walk into the room?
Yeah, look, that's what you're saying, is that we can walk into it.
Yes, do that.
So I might as well try it.
So
I'm
we
just
just
gonna
walk
walk
around
in-
the sides looking into the rooms going,
So-
no symbol, no symbol.
I-
We are the
Listen.
ants on this proverbial Pringles can.
I do think we need to go to that other room, though.
If you
What
guys
other room?
don't hurry
This
up
one,
in about
actually.
3 minutes, I'm
Well,
gonna
But we
we're
also gotta find some kind of
So if
symbol.
we go around into that room,
Yeah, we need to go to 2 rooms.
so I would almost say we need to get an idea of what's in that room potentially before we start looking for other.
That
Which
makes sense.
room? Other
I
symbols.
think that dwarf was
Sure.
the guy got too.
So if we can, walk around to that
I'm going
edge
to this
portion.
side.
And
To
so
this-
we're walking to that area there, yeah.
That sector.
All right. So you walk around this way.
I'm on this side.
Make me a perception check as you walk around that way.
Natural one.
Perception check.
I've learned how to
Can I
make
write
nose
my
picker
passive?
with an ice.
Did you roll already?
Now you
No, I did not.
You may roll your passive then.
Huh?
That's my
Rolled an
death roll.
18.
There's fatality.
18.
No, my passive is
Fatality.
balance, yeah.
8.
I turn
What
them
is
into
this?
this
What is my
Balance
plus?
polymorph.
I said 18 plus.
16 for like the third time in a row. I keep rolling 12s.
10 for me.
9.
Okay. You hear noise. You hear
And there's your answer.
from as you get closer to this circular area. You also hear a deeper voice going.
Okay.
I do speak orc.
I'll cast comprehend
Doesn't seem to be orc.
I'll cast comprehend languages on myself. Same sign powers.
Okay. That works on all languages, correct?
Mm.
You hear in your mind a strange kind of amalgamation of sounds that start to coalesce and say,
When will the cage be back? When will the cage be back? I don't know when the cage will be back. Why don't you ask the master? He sent it out. Master, when will the cage be back? Stop pestering me. It will be back when it
Debating
returns.
if I want to go loud or quiet.
Always go loud.
Always go loud.
Can I
Okay.
make
My stealth of
Sneak-
3 also
stealth
says always go
can I make a
loud.
stealth?
2.
12
12,
plus?
11.
Yeah. If I hear voices, I'm gonna stealth as well.
I'll give them time to
For no other
hide.
reason.
23! And I
Total
want
23.
to stealth and
Be
go.
patient. The others will come too. That's the wrong side.
Oh, there we
I
go.
want to stealth and go back the way we came. There's a monster.
I want to stealth
13
to
plus
this
15,
corner and see if I can see anything.
I'm gonna wait till everybody who's trying to hide hides, and then I'll start gathering.
Alright,
Start blasting
yeah.
leads.
I'm gonna cast coin shot again, 2 gold, 1 platinum, and I'm gonna send you.
Nice.
Okay.
Does that just sit forever? Can you cast that as a
10 minutes until it's used.
Damn, it's not bad.
Does
It's
the party
expensive.
come
Goes
with
on
me?
To one shot.
They're
Dad-
right there.
Fair.
Daddy, get those red things.
And I have about
for this
39 if you need it.
showing us.
I should have spent all my gold. Just throw it at me out.
I don't think I spent any of my gold, really. I bought some armor, so I've got like a couple thousand gold worth of coins left.
So
Literally about
everybody got their
just
stuff.
in
Yes.
Everybody's where they want. So
Did you relay what they said?
Are we gonna
I'm
let
probably just gonna
off?
relay like if you're gonna hide. It's time to send them to Pharasma and begin to start like.
I
getting
got my
rid of the
goal
channel.
out.
Who's that?
I
Who's that?
got
You don't know who
my
that
goal
is?
out, like,
We'll have a conversation about religion after this.
I
Now
got
let's kill
my
it.
arrow. I'm ready.
all right, he has his arrow ready and his stealth. You are stealthed with your blades ready.
Yeah, I worship the most
You are-
obscure god here.
And the load up.
And I'm doing the
Yeah, I'm stealth. I'm hidden.
You are ready for whatever you want to do.
Delay until something starts.
Okay.
I'm actually going to prepare a.
I'm gonna whisper to him. I want him to.
That's what I'm going to do.
Something creepy.
I'm going to get ready, but basically the idea is I want to try to use message to distract the big guy.
You just want to
Seems
play with
good.
the message more.
Message to distract.
The only other thing I can do is start hexing, but I just like screwing with people's brains.
Okay. So, who here has dark vision?
Not I.
You do? Okay, you do. You don't. I know
Dwarf
you
and
do.
the mystery witch.
Saying to him, you can mess with them and do weird things with them.
Alright,
And
what do we have?
they'll be like, who's that? You can keep doing that. And
What do we have?
All right.
Huh?
What do we have?
it will be
Dark vision?
hilarious.
Dark vision?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you have dark vision.
The Samsara?
Okay.
Oh, wait, blow away.
So, like,
you suck.
No, I suck.
See, you
Yeah,
dim
but, like,
dwellers rule.
you can get eye drops to give you what they have. Like,
Yeah.
So, you all come to that edge. As you're looking in, Moon and anyone up with him is close enough to kind of get an idea. There is that pale light in here, so if you have dim light vision, you can kind of see.
Yeah, I do.
And it's actually starting to get brighter the closer the clouded the sky above is not necessarily black, as you've come to find out. It's dark with clouds and it's black. The red, angry color is starting to get more where you are. The red, angry color. And it's starting to affect the runes a little bit. Starting to be brighter.
Are the runes red or are they still blue?
They are transitioning. So they're kind of purpley color now.
So we haven't seen any more
Interesting.
things
Okay.
that stand out, like big letters over traps or anything like that along the way.
That actually.
No.
Okay.
Just the cool flower.
All right.
He is the god of the flower.
I am the god of the summer!
So.
If I play this character again, I'll do my second element. I'll take what I think it is. Yeah.
So.
I don't know how those interact, but we'll do it.
You all continue.
Water,
Those close enough
water.
with dark vision with dim light vision would be able to see that sitting in a chair in a throne made of what appears to be there's a minotaur head hanging on it, not freshly killed but a skull. There's the leather probably from it, various other things that are there making up this throne, and on that throne, sitting rather lackadaisically, is, as he turns his head, looking around, a cyclops.
let's just morose and
What's a
go.
cyclops again?
Kate and I are really
What's
good
it
at failing to kill cyclopses at low level, so let's do
Oh
this
yeah,
song.
one eye and it's big. It has one eye and it's
I love languages.
I really should have chosen languages before we start.
Yeah.
It's just looking
To
at
be
you
fair
like,
to you, you would not know their language.
She wouldn't know Greek.
No.
It's a secret language.
No, I'm just saying in general. It would have,
That would have been a good idea. So, that's what you see.
Giant cyclops.
So, yeah. If I how far from the edge would they be? Like if
We'd
we
be
were
right at-
congregating
we'd be
in
right-
that area,
we basically
would we
be
have
right,
a line of sight or would we not have line of
we'd be
sight?
right there.
To hit him,
130 feet.
from that position there, not necessarily to hit him, but you do see around him, he's got these little scurrying things that are about this big, and they, in the dim light, you're starting to get an idea of what color they are. They're not green. They're more blue. So,
Was
Must
that
be.
Florida hands? Or
no, they're about this big.
so like
Yeah.
They're about
And
as big as Nita.
Mites.
Yeah, Puntable.
Mites everywhere.
Smurfs.
So there's
Yeah, little, do they bleed?
I just missed it.
Do they bleed blue?
hey wait.
Small army of Pagwapi grandmas.
You said
Certainly
you're
choke them.
great.
These are the questions we ask
Hammer,
ourselves.
you're great smart
You
hammer,
sure?
and you can pretend you're
As
at
you
gold
were.
and you're like, score!
So if I'm close enough to, so I'm not close enough to the person in the middle, but would be close enough to somebody, say,
Ooh,
in the middle of the chaos.
I don't know.
You could definitely hit one of those little mites, yeah.
Okay. So we'll use message,
Okay.
Let's
and I know they may not understand what I'm saying,
mess with
but they're going to hear a weird whisper.
Mhm.
So it's just going to end up being.
Over here. Okay. So who's over here? And it's like, come on.
And I'm going to get back behind them.
Hello, magic setting.
No.
Say, say that. Say Say that.
Float down here.
We all float on down.
So, you guys, you do that, and he's like, he doesn't know where it's coming from. He's like, he looks at his buddies, and he smacks him. It's like,
And while the chaos is again going on, choose another target. Do the same thing.
Hey, do it with that
But
Cyclops
out of the little small range of those arguing, do it to some other cluster.
Hey,
okay,
mess with the Cyclops.
I can't hit him.
he's too far away.
He's too far away. Otherwise, I would.
Definitely can't charge him.
Not from
Could
where you
you
are.
go-
No, but basically all
Can
I
you,
am sowing dissent.
can you go around this way over? Can you go
So,
around over
you
here
keep doing
and
that.
do it?
Where is your position on the board while doing that?
So the idea is I'm near the.
There you go.
I think everybody's sort of congregating in this area here. The idea is that we're
That's
sort
a
of
dangerous.
peeking ourselves around. Is that not how? That's kind of how we thought of it, right?
Yeah. Right before the bend.
Yeah, right before the bend, basically. and
Force
just-
them into some sort of chokehold.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be
Okay.
Dragon Age.
So you see them there. As you've gotten close enough, you see that this thing seems to be. You've gotten close enough to see that while the floor is level, there is a depression.
Yeah.
In this area, and he's on the other side of it. His throne is anyway, and you guys start to see, them start to do your little descent thing. And they smack each other a little bit. Nothing damaging. But they fuss at each other. And he looks down at them. And then he looks around. And his one eye searches.
And I pull back from around him and do that.
And he gets up. And he starts to come your way.
Okay.
And says something, it can still be heard.
I start running.
Visitors.
I start
Thump,
running.
thump, 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 thump? Or just thump, thump?
He doesn't seem concerned. He just says visitors for dinner as far as they can hear. He gets up,
Where dinner?
grabs his, what was he carrying? Great axe, and he starts to walk that way.
Okay, you know what I want to do? I want to let the party handle this.
Oh
I'm
yeah!
not gonna let the party.
The kid! Run ahead, run ahead, run ahead, run ahead!
Actually,
that looks
a bad
scary!
thing.
Run away, run away, run away!
Alright, I will.
I'm just gonna go around the corner when
So I guess
and I'll
initiatives
get my
then,
bow
or
out.
Shoot initiative.
What was that?
initiatives then, or how? Are we?
We'll use the other initiatives.
No, the previous ones.
Seems good.
So we
I want
Take
to
the
move
20
around.
again.
Yeah, but you will?
I'll take this one.
I don't want to have to take the 12, but okay.
all right.
You.
And
I want to move around here.
Well, first you have to kill the
no,
boss.
you can't move around there. You do not have the time. So put the pin back, and let's see where everything goes. The
I'm right
mites.
here. I'm
need
right
to
here.
roll as
Get my
well.
bow out. I'm like,
Yes,
Around
you did
the
make
corner.
clear that you wanted to get your bow out. So that's right now.
actually, I go to a different corner and I get an arrow with my
You
bow.
are where you are at the moment because we have to get everything.
I'm at the party.
Yes, you are.
You are. Don't
Yes,
run
you
away
are.
from us.
What?
Help us get friends.
That's
All
what
right.
I'm gonna do.
I guess
I'm
when
gonna
he
get
gets
over here,
up,
get my bow out.
I'll-
Shoot, shoot, shoot.
Move to the front and brace.
Move to the front and brace.
Me? No.
Okay.
Brace the child.
All right. So you move to the front and brace. Let's go ahead and do everything in initiative then. So it is Moon first. Moon has got his bow ready. Do you want to shoot?
No, I want to go over here. I want to go to this corner.
My dude, I think that map is a little arbitrary.
I want to go to this corner
That will take all of your movement.
here.
That will take your whole turn to do that.
Well, I still want to get right here.
You can double move to do that. If that's what you want to do.
Okay.
Why are you waiting?
Why don't you want to be friends with us?
Why are you?
Is it because I wouldn't let you skin the sentient creature?
Yes.
Okay.
That's fair. Anything we loot, we keep.
Haha! I won't
So-
give you my ring and my cloak when this is over.
So there you go.
Check, I will.
That is his turn. He double moves to go there. It is now Kane's turn.
I can consume spell slots. Oh, buddy.
Eat your brass.
Oh, buddy. I don't know how my 8 class works. Using an arcanic blade is a standard action?
Yeah, unless it says otherwise.
Okay. I'm gonna use Arcane Barrier and then hold until something comes around that corner.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot
Arcane
his big eye
barrier
out.
and hold it. All right. That is now Greg's turn.
Sure. How many are coming at us?
You got, at the moment, there's about 6 mites and a cyclops.
How close are they? So the same distances as before, or are they any closer?
They haven't moved towards you yet, but you can tell.
Okay,
Their
so
attention has shifted.
yeah.
Can I get up on a wall?
Nope. No, because the walls are very, very high. It'd take several rounds to just get to the top of the wall, and then things might happen.
Dun, dun,
Dun,
dun.
dun, dun.
Okay.
I need a
Sure.
perfect dog to turn.
I am going to cast Obscuring Mist into the hallway.
Into the hallway you're in.
So just into partially into the room that they're coming from, into the hallway,
Like,
to sort of provide.
So like the mist is 5 foot in front of me, or I'm in the mist.
You're out of this. It's it's in front of you.
Okay.
So the idea is that we're kind of bottlenecking here. I'm using this area here to cast it.
so you're going. As it slowly consumes the whole place.
No, it doesn't get that big.
Obscuring Mist is cool, but it's not that cool.
I wish it was that.
Mythic Font Club.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for.
Mist
So-
is just dumb.
So you're doing that, and it's obscuring vision,
Yep.
offering concealment to you as well as them to you.
Yeah. So all sight, including dark vision, beyond 5 feet. A creature 5 feet away has a concealment, 20% chance to miss. Moderate winds and things like that can disperse it, and as well as fire. But yeah, basically the idea is that they don't know where we are on the other side.
Right. Okay. That is doable then. So, Adam.
Other Adam.
He knows.
So
And basically what I'm doing is I'm going to then step back so that I'm about 30 feet from the edge of that mist.
I guess I will move to where I'm, if I'm not already 10 foot back, and ready to smack something that comes through.
Okay. 10 foot from the opening, from the edge of the mist, ready to smack. Gotcha. Holding an attack.
Roll pair smash.
It is now... Where'd that go? Colin's turn.
I am going to go right at the edge of the mist, sort of on the corner. Basically waiting so if something pops through the mist, I can stab it from the side.
Holding an attack as well.
Yes.
Alright. And that means that it is now the Mite's turn. They are going to move forward in mass. So they're going to come through the mist. Your attacks kick off. So you have 3 Mites in front of you right now. Would you like to attack them as they're coming into your squares?
Do they wield anything?
They've got like little dagger things. They're not. Yes, they are wielding a little dagger. The one, there's 3 of them. 2 in front have a dagger. 1 in the back seems to got some things in his hands that he's getting ready to throw.
You know, I'm pretty confident in my 32 stealth. I'm gonna wait for the big guy to come through and poke him.
In the
Okay.
eye? Because the eye's the worst place to hit it.
I guess because it's triggered, I can't keep it. So I'll go for the one that's throwing.
Don't hit my eye.
Okay.
Don't hit your eyes.
I thought if you're holding an attack, it doesn't.
If
If
you're
you're
ready
holding
an
a turn.
If you're ready in action, as soon as it triggers, you lose it. So that's an 18 to hit it.
Oh yeah, but I want to keep my stealth. That's the main thing.
17. damage.
17. That thing is whack. You go, you bring the weapon down and it just goes, and the thing is
Paste.
Smurf paste, yeah. So that one's
La,
paste.
la, 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 la.
That was right on time. Well done.
All right, you squish a Smurf, a mite, a demented, mutated Smurf,
It hurts Adam's feelings, not you, because he wants to play a mite, and that one is dead.
a vermin
I
lord.
think he literally has
And
one hammer's head that's
That means
this
that the other 2 come forward. They do see you. They do not see you. So they're going to attack you.
Question. Since I am 10 feet away from the mist, do I also get an attack of opportunity since they move through a threatened square?
You won't, yes. Unless you have combat reflexes, you only get 1.
Well, I ready the action for the one, and then I get the op on the second, correct?
Yeah.
And there's
There are
3 of them,
3
so
of
one
them.
of them's gonna get through?
Yeah.
Okay.
You do have to roll mischance though.
On the mist, yeah.
I was 10 feet away from the mist.
Yeah,
so
so
you-
10 feet away, so there's a mischance.
No,
No,
he said
because
he backed away
I'm
from
here,
the edge of the
10
mist.
feet,
10 feet.
mist is here. So they move here, they're in my threatened area,
Yeah.
and then move out. That's a 19.
That hits. You kill the one that was about to swing.
8 and 7 is 15 damage.
It is also Smurf paste.
Feels good.
There you go. So as you shink and shink into those, this one takes its dagger and goes, "Ugh," and goes right in and smacks into you. Your AC is what?
19.
19. It hits you. No, wait. It does not hit you because it has a +0. So, it does not hit you. It rolled a 17. These things are going to die.
They're moves, that's what their job is.
When
See,
they're mites, they're literally the worst kind of move.
Yeah.
They do technically have lower hit points than kobolds, so that does save the kobold, I
The
suppose.
only negative level adjustment character ever to do it.
So, you got that, and you got your 2 attacks off. That set of mites does not get anything off. The next set of mites that come in do not get AOs on them because they are not there, but they all miss.
That 10% chance.
There you go. And that's going to be it for the first wave of mites, but you hear a...
That's him.
No.
What'd he say?
Nobody knows.
You do.
Oh, yeah, what did he say? I know.
You know that he said, heroes come to visit.
What?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what you hear. Huh?
So,
Speak the common tongue!
He probably is, just his column.
alright. Now it's Tommy's turn.
Alrighty, so I can't see him like over top of the mist, right? The mist goes up high enough to consume him. Okay, in that case, I'm gonna just slick the ground right in front of the fighter line and have yell.
Okay.
Get the ice, think about charging in and stabbing and realize that's stupid and just on the ground in front. I will accept 1 point of burn, so it lasts for the next 3 minutes.
You gather that nature.
I can, but
Okay.
oh yeah, I could. I'll just gather it. I won't accept the burn. This is my first time playing with Nemesis. No non-lethal damage here.
There you go.
There's all reason I didn't like the class. Like, why do I want to hurt myself?
You just take 3 points and burn that damage.
Yeah,
So, that's you.
that's me.
Got it slicked. Alright. It now comes back to the top of the rounds. What do you want Moon to do now that he is over there?
I want to get my bow. Wait, I want to wait until the Cyclops gets to that corner.
The Cyclops is coming over here.
So it's right there, or is it around this?
It's coming over there.
So where is it? It's right there.
It's coming to that area.
It's coming from this circle through that hole.
So I move 5 feet up.
You move 5 feet up, you won't be able to see. You have to get over here, which will take, again, your movement.
I want to stay right here at this corner. I'm getting my bow ready. For
You
when
want to be at that other corner there.
I want to be right here at this corner
So we're gonna shoot around the corner, down the hallway.
to hit his eye.
Okay, so you want to be
If
away
it
from him to hit him.
hits.
You can get there.
Yeah. What's the distance on that?
Yeah, what's a rough scale?
Rough scale, that's probably, if the other side was 100, so that's going to be probably 30 or 40 feet.
Not bad. That's not bad.
That's doable. Yeah, this is
Well within the range of a bow.
5 feet isn't much at all.
one of those.
Alright, so you're holding your attack then to wait on and attack the sins. Okay. So now it is Kane's turn. What you doing, Kane?
Alright, I'm gonna throw a dart.
Throw a dart. Okay.
Saving the coins for the big one.
Oh, I need to
Yeah.
make reflex saves for those mites.
Yeah. Dart.
What's the reflex saves for the mites?
7.
Right, well, I probably hit him. It's
Lays at 70.
19 to hit, but
That'd be one heck of a save.
I don't know how I did that, but alright.
What was that?
It's a 19 to hit, but it's only 3 points damage.
3 points of damage.
Wow, it is really dark outside.
One falls to the ground. And it's his.
Wow, they really aren't much.
That's
No
the mite.
damage.
Almost like they're minions.
The Cyclops may actually kill one of us.
I just step on one by accident.
Yeah, one of the like smaller ones, you know.
Alright.
You get it.
Alright, so, Kane, Greg.
As soon as I'm gonna hold,
I don't even make hole.
I'm gonna step 5 feet forward,
Okay.
so that the mist is within 25 feet. As soon as the Cyclops steps forward, I'm going to Evil Eye the Cyclops. To -2 saves.
-2 saves on an evil eye, holding that for him. Gotcha. Alright. Now it is Adam's turn.
Adam. Adam.
I would assume they're all up in my grill.
Oh, yeah. You got
So I'm
like
gonna-
3 of them left.
5 foot back, because I can't smash them next to me.
We smash that dice tower.
20.
That'll hit.
13 points damage.
It is, again, Smurf paste.
Chunky salsa.
And you're like,
I probably
Blueberry
should have
Well,
sundered
Yeah.
and you're like, look
Something
at
what?
that.
the dagger because then it would explode. And
oh god, yeah, they just nuke all.
Too late now.
Next time.
Next match, sunder. I did it!
Next AO.
It did not hit anybody.
Nope.
Nope.
Unfortunately.
I forgot we could do
But
that.
he did get that, and
I mean, I didn't spend a whole lot of time making the character because it's only level 3.
Yeah.
And it was like a month ago.
Were those wands destroyed or just broken?
Broken.
the ones that came out of the wall.
Oh, maybe we can fix those then.
If they're broken, yes.
You
if they're
can fix
destroyed,
those.
you need to make whole. But he
Oh.
said
But they
we need to
are
make
just-
whole.
Well,
So
we didn't cast mending on them either.
right.
No, but he said we
need to make whole.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you can mend them. I didn't know you were a mender, so I said we need that.
Well, he's not a make wholer.
Not
Call
yet.
it.
There's a fine line.
And I go to the
This
north.
time I'm going to hold a full round action, or hold a full turn for the Cyclops to pop within my threat range.
So you're
Okay.
playing.
Yeah, delaying turn.
Gotcha. Alright. First might to swing at you misses.
And
Misses at the only one that's there. The only
Oh
one
wait,
they
they
can
wouldn't
see.
provoke. They could have 5 foot.
5 foot in.
And which they do. 5 foot in. None of them hit you. They go and they're just swinging at you.
It's like that opening scene in Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Drax on
Drax on the inside.
So there you go.
That Cyclops is gonna knock you down, and one of them's gonna be like, "I have slain the beast."
That
One of them may jump into its mouth and go like,
Yep, that's the jump we made.
Alright. That one's
The
dead.
best Guardian scene is still Groot just spearing everybody and beating them around the tunnel, and then turning around going, "Did I do a good job?"
Yeah.
I like that whole Yondu
Yeah, oh, yeah.
whistle
I'm Mary
thing.
Poppins,
That-
yo.
I love that particular scene, but that
Poppins, yo!
yeah. But the whole thing with him and Rocket inside his ship
Oh, yeah.
and that flying around, that was a pretty cool scene.
The
The one where they're having a heart-to-heart, or the one where they're doing way too many jumps?
That's good too. It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
I just like the comic book Finn.
Oh yeah.
It's so much better than the little square dink.
Yeah. Well, they did this comic book Finn in the second one, which did make it one better for him. So, that was Colin's Holidays Mites going.
Maybe
Now
it's like the image of Waco doing the Mary Poppins thing with the broom war.
Yeah.
Flying away bristles first.
It's gone.
Alright.
And then
Alright,
that,
so, yeah.
Now,
if you've seen the start of the
the,
show, this
um,
guy, that gray guy that wears symbols,
the
he
Cyclops
went to the
steps
monster
forward.
and started
Evil Eye triggers.
Evil Eye triggers.
So it's a DC of 15. And it is a will save.
Okay. He sees you.
Yep.
He looks directly at you, and he sees your eyes kind of do their thing that they do when you're casting the evil eye, and he looks directly at you and shakes its head, and his eye just seems to push away.
He's still affected for 1 round.
Okay.
Which can
As he contests the ice
And
slip.
then you just.
and which can still be affected by cackle.
It is literally.
It is the most cheesiest effect
Well,
in the world.
I don't know
It's literally. I'm always going to evil eye you. It just matters if I have to cackle the next turn.
Yeah.
there you go.
Oh yeah, it is kind of
Alright.
scary.
Yeah.
And he also then has to deal with the ice.
And the stabs.
And the stabs. So the ice.
So it's 15.
He has no problems with the ice,
Even with the -2 to saves.
even with the
Okay.
-2 to saves.
Alright.
I just gotta ask.
Oh, scary.
And then you.
Stabby, stabby. Let's hope I do better. That's decent.
It's respectable. It's the best you all day.
14 plus 3, so 17.
17 to hit him.
I might go after AC.
You swing at him
Do you have the
and you miss.
blouse?
Oh.
No, I don't. I couldn't afford it.
I'm in trouble.
$6,000.
So
Is it? I thought it was only
There you
like
go.
3 or 4.
you swing, you miss.
It's
Which
far
one?
as Adam too, it's pretty cheap. But
It's 4 to
Um,
6.
Although great.
I'm gonna take a shot with my sword, short sword as well.
Okay.
That's gonna be even more likely to miss, but
If
I might just have to drop it if it doesn't work out so that I have extra to hit with the rapier.
If I play something
Ooh, yeah, that's
different
definite
game
no.
in this game,
The last one didn't hit, this one's worse.
Okay, it does not hit them.
if I were to
Yeah.
play Dragon,
Moon,
You can potentially 5 foot still.
you have your bow ready to shoot at the guy.
Cyclops' eye.
You need to shoot.
You held your turn the whole turn.
Like,
Yeah, I don't see a need to 5 foot though. I did a full attack.
10?
I can't. I'm not
Yeah,
Shadow
He
Dancer.
can't do that. He wouldn't succeed.
5 to 5 foot?
He wouldn't succeed because he would have negatives.
Oh, what do you? Okay.
Yeah.
What's the roll, Laddie?
You do not roll natural 20.
I know.
What's
12.
12 plus all your mods.
Into the mist, it would give you
You actually
Oh, sure.
Don't
you get
hit.
dex to
And then you
hit.
would
So
permanently have
Yeah.
sneak attack.
You hit.
because you're concealed.
How much
Oh,
was
really?
it?
You might
So
want
It's
you
a
might
D4.
want 5 foot anyways.
and he's not aware of you, so you can roll your sneak attack.
This-
You hit him?
You did.
He's-
3? Almost
he rolled
max. 3 almost max.
2d6, my dude.
And
And two
roll
D6.
2d6.
He's gonna roll 6 and
No,
1.
that's a D8.
No, man. These right here.
A 1 and a 3?
4.
4 plus what? It's 3.
Plus 3?
4 plus 3 is what, Adonijah?
7
7.
points of damage.
7 points of damage. So, he
I
is
hit him.
now aware of you, and you are able to take that attack. Now it's his turn finally.
Oh, I don't think I can because it's a little late. I already passed turn. It's a little late to 5 foot. I already passed turn. Otherwise, I would 5 foot into the mist.
He didn't realize the mist would give him the concealment, which would
Yeah.
auto-provoke the sneak attack because he's attacking from concealment.
Ah, I see. We will let you move 5 feet next time.
Okay. No, that's
Okay.
fine.
All right. His turn. He's swinging at the big old fighter. He rolls a 17. And with his bonuses to hit, he only gets to take 1 attack this time. Does a 28 hit you?
No.
Of course not. Of course not.
Never.
No. All right, so 28, and that means that it's going to. He's
Hey, you remember that hug stick I gave you?
yeah.
Not at all.
The hug stick, because you're going
You
to
gonna
need
use
it.
that Cyclops ability or something natural?
Remember that magic healy flower?
Oh, I've got it. It's strapped in my chest. Just tag it real quick.
Golf clubs you in the stratosphere.
Use it. Use it to get your alcohol.
You take 14 damage.
Who does? Me?
No. Big fireman.
Him?
Me.
Adam takes the damage. Adam's character takes the damage.
We're actually just gonna wail on this dude and invite it out here.
Let me get that bar of soap, put it in the sock.
Batteries work so much better.
So do nickels.
Yeah, but
How about
C's?
some big? How about some big dice
Oranges.
coins in a bar of soap and go?
If you have enough of them, it does.
All right, that is his turn. It is now back to the top. Moon, what do you? No, it's Tommy's turn.
Yeah. Alright, so as a move action, I will.
Don't let the sock within her range.
I will allow myself to
It
get a
hurts to
shield
try to eat
and,
it.
shield and armor bonus to myself for 1 round, and then as a standard action, I'm accepting
Maybe if you try to eat the sock as well.
1 point of burn to use Blade Rush so I can move 30 feet and attack. So this will provoke, because I have to get within 5 feet of him. So I'm going to try the acrobatics.
Is he
1.
Thanks.
A
Within 10 feet
natural
or
1.
15?
1.
Of you,
Natural 1.
he's got 10-foot reach.
Okay.
So he can just smack you from 10.
Right, but we're. I don't have
Then
to
he
move.
was.
Right.
Okay. You're
So I-
trading with each
So I
other.
have an 11 on my acrobatics to try to not provoke, which I'm sure.
I thought Blade Dash
Yeah.
didn't provoke
It,
the person you attack.
Does it not? I'm pretty sure Bladed Dash attacks. I'll double check it, but.
I was just looking at a Magus, so I could be wrong, because I read a whole lot of things, because I only cast Greatsword.
Good man. This isn't the spell Blade Dash, this is a wild talent. Or utility talent, I forget. So prepared.
So prepared.
I've never played a Cadetis before, I decided I would do it here. And I was not prepared. Blade Rush. Okay, I get a +2 on my attack and take a -2 to my AC. Movement doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity. Okay, so fair enough. And I will attack him. And I get 5! Oh yeah! So it's a 14.
Does not hit.
Alright, that's all I got.
Alright.
Swing this. I'll resolve like behind his
Now
mist.
Well, you're out of the mist.
Now it's Addie. What does Moon want to do?
I want to shoot another arrow at him.
Okay.
As I again.
Okay. You smacked into his face last time.
Yeah.
What is it?
17.
17. Okay. Okay. You hit.
It's a 17.
For all the screwing around, he's the best player here.
Yeah.
You hit. So, roll your dice. You only get the d4. He is aware of it.
Damn. 3 again.
3 more damage. Okay.
3.
Nope.
Oh.
Because he's aware, you don't get the sneak attack.
He has to be
right
I
now.
can't be flanked because I don't have a third range.
Yep.
Because I can't get big map. But
3
I should have
points
played something
damage.
like a natural.
Okay.
It's 10 points of damage.
3 points of
When my turn shows up, I can.
I'm just saying.
I get it, because then you're flanking too.
Now, it is King's
His
turn.
Wait, isn't it the monster's turn?
No, he
No.
just smacked the fighter. He's not gonna get
He
him.
just walloped me a good one.
Yeah,
On a scale of,
Pretty
you
hard.
know...
On a scale of 0 to 32, I am at a 15.
Okay.
ouch.
He
Would you
didn't even
like
roll.
the hug stick, or would you like the...
This is my confidence I have right now.
Just to make,
What?
just to make y'all aware, he didn't even roll average
And
damage.
piercing.
So,
Yeah. There's a.
Well, if there's misfortune or heal.
That is fair. Did he get misfortune?
he had evil eye.
He had evil eye.
People do put holes. They put 2 holes.
20!
Oh! Out of the cage shield, but you're gonna walk.
There we go.
Snapped a platinum coin.
I stuck on the face and I realized I rolled the wrong die. It's a D10.
Does that have a bigger clear range?
No, still time to.
Do you want to confirm?
Do I want to roll it to confirm a natural 20? Yes?
That's part of the process.
We weren't
Um,
rolling to confirm the ones.
Because the one's an automatic miss. The only reason we were confirming the ones is for the miss table.
Ah!
The confirming crit is part of the Pathfinder rules.
Which is solid.
14, 19 touch AC.
does. You do
Nice.
confirm.
5, 10 points of damage.
Well, don't you double the damage die and double the bonus damage?
Yeah,
confirming
it would
the
be
crit.
5 times 2.
Which is 10.
But he just rolled 1 damage die. Oh, you doubled it. No, never mind.
Well, didn't you roll the d8 the first time?
It was wrong.
Yeah, it was the wrong die. It's a D10 for platinum, a D8 for gold.
Right,
And
you
D6
confirmed
was
the
so
crit,
big,
so isn't it
D4
times
for-
2?
Yeah, he doubled
Yes, so I rolled a D10
it. He got a
and
4.
multiplied the result by 2.
So the way I've always played crits is you roll double
No,
whatever you're
I
supposed
just
to.
multiplied the result. It's quicker.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
always played multiplier result here.
10 damage, you said?
Yeah. And it counts as adamantine for overcoming damage.
Nice.
Okay. He seems to be taking the damage.
Ouch.
Yeah. He's pretty beefy.
Beefy boy.
Alright. So, now it is Greg's turn.
I'd almost evil eye tackle.
Well, I mean, Evil Eye's already on. So
Right, but you can do it for all 3.
no, but
So I go-
what I'm trying to do is I want to get the misfortune on there so he has a higher chance of missing, if I can. So,
Well, what I'm going to do, and I don't know if you know this, but I'm going to break his axe.
I would have no clue that's actually what you're going to do, but
You may certainly try.
you can try. So yeah, no, I'm going to try to put a misfortune on him and cackle. So
Misfortune to cackle, so he's
So I'm
he
going to
minus
cackle to keep. So I'm going to do misfortune and then cackle to keep the evil eye and the misfortune going.
2. So what's the DC on the cackle?
The DC on misfortune is going to effectively be 19.
Effectively 19. He does not make it.
Booyakasha!
He is on all D20 rolls. He's basically rolling twice.
Yep.
The taking
Which
rolls.
is
Got a disadvantage on everything.
That's the game.
There you go. All right.
This is my purpose in life.
He steps on top of the witch.
Yep, you are. There you go. He might. He can reach you with a stepping forward. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
That's your turn. A good turn. Now let's do Adam.
So I'm going to attempt to sunder his axe, which is no, that's only a 12.
That will not be his CMD.
And then I will 5 foot put a mite in between us.
Let's put a mite in between.
Are there still living mice?
Yeah,
We got-
like 1.
Because they've been
Yeah.
piled on him.
Nice.
Today.
Fair enough.
2.
There's 2.
So 2 mites left, and then him. First, though, Colin will go after the mites because he changed his initiative order. So now it's the mite's turn. Which means they're going to try and hit that big old dude. They miss. They miss because nobody's getting a 19 or a 20. So you are effectively safe from the mites. They are kind of distracting. It's like your ankles and stuff. But other than that, rather just an inconvenience.
Poorly drawn Halloween comic. Patting at him.
There you go.
Guys, stop it, seriously. You're embarrassing me.
Now it is Colin's turn.
Alright, I'm going to drop my short sword 5 foot into the mist,
Okay.
behind the Cyclops, if at all possible.
You can't 5 foot behind the Cyclops. You could 5 foot beside the Cyclops.
Beside him.
Hmm.
Can he move
right?
to a flanking position with me?
You move to put a mite in between you, so technically yes.
Alright, that works.
That's what you really need.
And then I will attack with my rapier,
Attack with your rapier.
which is now a +5 instead of a +3, so hopefully that's much
Gotta help
better.
you.
That will be much better.
And that's in my threat range. That's a 19.
There you go.
Bro!
Finally. Hey, no.
Crit Fishers.
19.
I am glad
roll
that
to
that's
confirm.
changing in 2nd edition.
I'm glad it's changing so everyone.
14
not just like
plus
5.
5, so modified 19 to hit.
That will hit. You
Where's
confirm.
all your dice?
So you
Awesome.
all the dice.
Cha-cha. Sneak attack as
Oh,
well.
yeah, again, you're not multiplying.
Yeah.
And you're flanking.
17
on the die.
17
So
plus
22 damage total.
4, I believe, because it's doubled.
21.
So 21.
21 damage. You step to the side into the mist, and as you do, you drop your sword. He kind of looks at the sword for a second, and his body turns just right, and you go up underneath the ribs, and you catch for sure a lung, and you like you hear him wheeze a bit, and you have definitely hit him well.
And probably ticked them off.
Yeah. All right.
Thank goodness for misfortune.
Yeah.
So he is going to go now. He's going to look, and he's going to 5 foot closer to Adam, putting him within range of hitting. No, because you're farther away. You're farther away back there, but still within range of getting to you if he wants to.
It's the 3 of us, I believe.
So he's going to 5 foot in there. He does squash a mite on the way.
No
Um,
20 feet away.
That makes me sad.
That's bad.
That makes me sad. I wanted to squash them.
No, because like I put the mite in between so I would get cover. But now that I'm within 5 feet of him, I still have cover. Because he's using Oh no, he doesn't have reach weapon.
Nope.
He's got big old arms.
It's just a natural reach, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry if I had an
Ow.
armed person.
He's just whomping on you.
So he's going to come up to you
Give me a leg twist.
and take his full round action to attack you. Does a...
But out of it, he has to roll twice.
Twice.
Well, he does have to roll
And he takes
twice.
a -2. I think.
Well, you're lucky, because that was a natural 20.
Oh.
So, instead he has to take the 6. So that's a 17 to hit
No.
you. So he's going to use his second attack. That's a... Oh, rolled the same thing. A 22. No, wait. I rolled added too much. That'd be another 17. So that would not hit you. Both times misses. Seeing this, he's like... And feeling the pain, he's like... Wait, do you want to leave?
Yes!
I can let you leave.
We
You
want
can't
leave.
understand him. You can't understand him. You can
I
understand
can
him.
understand him.
But you can't
I'm not using my
communicate
thing,
back.
so.
Is the initiative order meta knowledge? It probably is, isn't it? So I want to know how quickly I can respond first. Maybe try to shoot him in the face and miss and okay, yeah, we want to leave. So with that.
I want to shoot
Just
him.
wait till my
You
next
know
turn.
how to speak.
It's your turn, Tommy. So
Oh,
you
yeah, okay,
can't.
sure.
It's your turn. That's the end of his turn, is him speaking. Why can you leave?
I'm gonna blast
Well,
him.
you had
I know.
You're just going from before.
How to open the gate.
I'll look at the game in the head. 16 plus 7 to hit.
That hits.
Why?
Are you
Why is your first
Sorting?
to trap us? In the
I'm not, because it's a one shot, dude, you can't.
are you sorting?
I'm not
But-
sorting him.
It's not a one shot event. He gets trapped here.
Ha ha!
It's gonna be the
15 damage.
15 damage does not knock him unconscious.
Alright, then I will say that we're happy to be left from the maze.
Yeah.
Look at that last dig in.
You only have comprehend, right?
Yeah.
You
So
can't
if it's
speak.
you can't speak it.
Okay.
You can't respond.
Nah, you
I can't.
fervently.
You can nod. There's nonverbal communication.
Yeah. After I blast him in the dome.
Draw a big smiley face on the wall. In his blood.
So him seeing you do that, it's now Moon's turn. Moon, you see Cyclops say something to
I asked
Him.
Tommy what the Cyclops said. He had no idea what
When you do that's called metagaming is wrong.
so
Why
You
did you know that?
precisely, yes!
he's saying you're doing a good thing by
Yeah.
asking.
And I'll let everybody know that he wants to let us out. Hey guys, he wants to let us out. Yeah.
Alright. So
Never trust a wounded animal.
Yeah. So I shot him first.
I'll go. I'll
And
do that
where
again.
is
I'll do
this?
that
I think that's the gate.
No.
Where's the
So
gate?
there's a circular indentation just like the last circular one we were in. As you go up to it, I'm assuming that no one wants to break this truce.
Nah, I'm gonna be.
I want both of them.
And there's the cackle to maintain.
There's the cackle to maintain.
I'm in the walking steps.
Want and should are different questions.
That is very different questions because
If I get a hug stick, maybe. If I get a good hug stick.
It's walking.
God damn it.
So, you can't show more chaos if we're trapped on a spinning V2 for all of eternity.
I'm gonna
But
roll
I still want to
perception
slumber
to see
him.
if I see him in the mist.
Yeah, no.
Because he is in the mist nodding his head.
Him?
Tommy. Tommy is in the mist nodding his head in response to the giant.
Yeah.
So do we even see him nod his head?
Why
Tommy's
are you trying
in the
to
mist?
justify
Yes.
trapping us here?
Because I want to break things!
So
You could break the wall.
that might happen.
That's only a 16 to see him.
a 16 to see him. He's not stealth,
What about
so
me?
technically you could see him.
I I got
He's not trying to hide himself in this.
I don't know.
I got 10
Look in the direction where the
He
bolt
did, and he
eyes-
did vocalize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you guys
I recently.
do that,
I'm going to turn to you and say, carry me.
Okay.
And I'm going to be tackling the entire time. that he's with us.
okay.
I'm going to be cackling the entire time. Keeping the evil eye and the misfortune
So in the background of all the further interactions, it's just
In the throes of madness.
Still doing the evil
there
eye?
you go.
Yeah, he uses witch. That's what they do, man. Give him the stink eye.
Witches are the ultimate debuffer. They're just, I'm gonna hit you with this, now I'm gonna hit you with this, now I'm gonna hit you with this. You're just done.
Oh,
Like it's evil eye to saves, then it's misfortune, then it's evil eye to attacks,
Attacks and
then it's
AC.
evil eye to AC, and then at that point you don't
Which-
have to slumber.
He brings up a good point. I would have added those extra evil eyes.
And at this point you might as well just go slumber. If he falls asleep, we're just gonna kill him.
No, but that the slumber's being held in case he doesn't
The
need
one to
this.
AC does not work, but the one to
It would work.
It still triggers for a turn.
right. Oh,
And
okay.
then actually constantly.
They need to errata that.
they really did.
Real stupid, yeah.
Well, it even like to get
And it
even
says it.
worse. As you level up, it gets like 2 rounds for free.
Or and a -4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It increases the
They need to
minus
fix
and
that.
increases the duration.
Which
Like-
is Paizo, which is OP.
Okay, where
Bring
is
witches
he
back in
taking
second
the
edition
party?
first.
Where is he taking the party?
He's
Out
taking
of
the
here.
party into the circle. So, what happens with this maniacal laughter in the background, and his limping forward, you see that this creature has amassed for himself a little holding here. He's got several chests that he seems to be keeping things in. They're not like treasure chests, but they're made of different things, mostly bone and flesh that you believe to be tanned from other creatures that may have been trapped here, both sentient and non-sentient.
Mostly Minotaur.
And he does have several minotaur racks on his throne.
Bro, you could just take one on a date. You don't have to mount the rack.
So,
maybe he wants permanent squishies.
he takes you on up to the edge, and he says to the one that can understand him, "Put open."
Put open. He says put open.
Put open like
Is he threatening me?
No? What?
Something out of visual and plastic.
The language, perhaps.
Wait.
Write the word
It's
open.
it's just
He says, looks at you oddly and says, "Onyxa. Onyxe."
what does he say?
Words I don't understand.
Daddy, what did he say?
So he would circle.
He will loot the party.
He's going to, because this was supposed to be something that you guys could do for a long period of time. He will touch A, then he will touch the. Where's the B? No, it was not that B. It was this.
That's what I figured. So one was capitalized, the other was lowercase.
The O, which you guys did not have. You could have found somewhere else in there. He will touch the I. The squiggly 3
It's supposed to be D, I think.
and E.
That's wrong.
And he will point at it as it starts to light up and say, "Onyxa."
What,
Which-
Daddy, what does that mean?
In my
Alright.
brutalized pronunciation, means open.
Yeah, so we'll write in the Greek.
And he will. And
The final Jeopardy with the Cyclops.
so with those touched, the the red light has started to basically come into all of the maze, and the runes react apparently to whatever light they're being gifted with, and so they are radiating mostly red light. So it's a very
Ominous.
blood-stained scene, as this, like that. So they start to have that red blood color, and the air rushes from the edges like it was to the other one, but it rushes and it fills the center, and the weird liquid stuff becomes dark black, lightens and lightens and lightens until it becomes this very nice, calming blue wave, almost a baby blue with white on the tips of where the ripples come up, like an
this?
ocean or a clear crystal stream.
Like
And he
that?
says, "Ugh," points in, "Go away."
As soon as he says that, slumber. Can't let the XP escape.
I leave. I'm terrified that that's gonna close and I'm gonna be stuck on this coin with you forever.
Let me see.
And you have to roll twice.
That's true. I have to
Roll twice and take a -2.
Oh, well, then he won't make it.
Use his cyclops powers.
He doesn't
and
have to
shoot
make
him
it.
with a
He
natural
starts going,
If you wouldn't mind.
Is he dead?
+7.
I mean,
Coup de grace.
I'm not
Right.
gonna knock her to ground.
Full round coup de grace.
Right, so it's
It's an automatic crit. He's got a
What does he have
Fort
on?
save.
17 and a 14 is
Daddy,
20,
what does he
31.
31 damage.
Yes.
He was
21 for
almost.
me.
Plus
I'm
10?
still
Yes,
scared.
a fort save of 41.
Those two, like Sub-Zero and Masher, Sub-Zero and Smurf Cruncher all just kind of as he's sleeping, and he goes,
I'm just going to suggest that we drag the body with us.
If I can, I'm going straight for the throat and just decapitate with my hammer.
okay.
I don't think that's how that weapon works. Also, you guys are insane.
You check the chests.
There's a bunch of dead folks and their parts, and it's gross.
Yeah, I'm not taking their parts.
As soon as the guy's dead, I jump through the portal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just fallen.
The portal is starting to fade. It does not last forever.
Yeah, I'm gone.
Okay, those two are gone. You two are gone.
Okay,
You're out.
I'm going out now.
You're leaving too.
You got the
You
hand.
jump through the portal. As you leap through the portal, the whole everything that you see goes back to darkness. The beautiful blues and whites that you were expecting to be on the other side of this portal aren't there.
Uh-oh.
And
And I
Each of
start
you-
marching on.
you're not marching or anything, you're just kind of floating. And you feel yourself floating, and you all seem to drift. And Moon finds himself twisting, and turning, and moving, and he goes, "Oh," and he's falling, and he smacks onto the ground. Not on a dirt ground, but on planks, on wood. And you
Yeah.
open your eyes, and you're back in the golden grain, and the morning light is starting to stream through.
So, these guys were just fake. Okay.
Mario 2!
And I never got time to give you my cloak resistance and ring of protection.
Yes!
Alright.
Or the ring of sustenance.
Yeah.
Hey,
Or the
you
magic
were
flower.
not real. You were not real. You were not real. You were not real.
Or were they? Because you look into your pocket,
And you got cloak resistance and ring of
And-
protection.
there's those broken walls.
Using caution.
And that's where we will end it this time.
And a lump of bloody platinum.
Thank you, travelers, for coming by to the end of Planar Crossroads. We hope you had a great time, and we hope you enjoyed this, our first ever in-game live session with not only the end of Planar Crossroads, but Black Dragon Gaming,
Punch you in the head.
with a crossover of 1, 2, 3. And you're playing in a regular game on Black Dragon Gaming, right, Ed?
He shows up a lot.
Shows up a lot. So
I'm
we'll
just
say
always available.
0.5, 3.5. There we go.
Come full circle.
Of campaign crossovers.
3.75 maybe?
So,
Maybe.
thank you, travelers. Have a great day. God bless and enjoy. Bye.
Bye. That's for you, dog.
All right, that was caught. Stop recording. This content was made possible by the generous support of patrons and travelers like you. Thank you.